WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Do you ever have one of those moments where you think, how the hell did I get here? Jeez, what happened to me? I was ruling the galaxy, had a cherry new battle station. I mean, this place had an omelet bar, a straight-up omelet bar. And now look, my former intern's tossing me down a bottomless freaking pit. You know, come to think of it, my whole life has been a series of what the moments. That was my out.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I looked my woman in the eye sockets. I told her straight out. I just said it, man. I said it. I said.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
I said, bitch, I'm the man of the house.
Yeah, you said bitch, though. You called your wife a bitch.
Yeah.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
What's going on, guys? Man, what a freaking week. Feel like I've been harassed by fucking Weinstein all week. Or all weekend.
Hey-o!
So, too soon? Is it too soon to fucking talk about Harvey Weinstein already?
No.
Oh, okay.
Show me on the doll where the Weinstein touched you.
Exactly. I don't understand what's going on until someone enlightened me today what this Me Too stuff was about.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, wow, okay. Because it was like Me Too, and I was about ready to answer it, like me, because you know I'm not that much into Facebook, so what is this Me Too shit? Let me try it. I want Me Too. I don't want to be left out. And then I started before I answered that. I was like, before I answer, let me ask what that is, and I waited till someone's post. It was 6Jane that had it on her post. And I'm like, let me look at this right here to make sure that I'm Me Tooing the right thing. So
that whole Me Too bullshit.
Yeah, hang on. So I mean, I get it. So I was looking at it and I'm like, what is this thing? And then I was like, oh fuck, that's what it means. So I guess the Me Too stuff is the you get the freaking, I guess if you've been harassed or something like that, you're supposed to say Me Too. Is that what it is?
Like if you've been sexually assaulted.
Like if you've been sexually assaulted or harassed or whatever, or is it both?
Yeah.
Oh. All right, because I don't know. I don't know what to make of this shit. Only because due to the fact that Harvey Weinstein, that whole casting couch legend and stuff that has always been in Hollywood. Only because I'm a study of old Hollywood. I like me some old Hollywood. However, I don't want to say I like old Hollywood because then the next thing you know, I'm gonna be pegged as a fucking sexual harasser or something. You know what I mean? So. I don't. You guys still there? Hello? Hello? You guys got cut off again. Man, I hate freaking Skype. Anyways, so the whole freaking that whole Me Too stuff. I don't know what that means. I guess that whole casting couch stuff. I guess is that right? Is that wrong?
Well. The whole Me Too thing, like it kind of starting out like how France, everybody changes their damn profile picture to quote unquote support France, and Hollywood starting this whole Me Too thing. Like, what the fuck is that going to do? To me, it's just, you're just changing it, just kind of like your whole fucking profile picture, and expect something to happen. Yeah.
I agree with you wholeheartedly on that. I mean, you have to, the whole sexual assault thing kind of hits close to home. My mom started years back something called call lines, crisis action listening lines, and that's where women could call if they were in a abusive relationship or whatnot, to report it, but not like have like 911 or anything else weird show up on their phone, or their significant other snatch the phone up and wonder why there's a 911 operator type deal. So they were like the go in between, and they would help them with counseling and everything else, getting them out of the house, getting them, where they need to be, battered women's shelter or whatnot. And there's a lot of people that they stay in those relationships, and I still can't figure out why they do it.
You need to drink some water, dude, because your voice is going out.
Yeah, it is.
Drink some of that Mountain Dew.
Yelling at people all day.
No, my biggest thing is that I'm not saying I am not all done. I don't want anybody to get misunderstand that. I'm not saying that there is not an issue with that and that's not happening or whatever. I'm not at all saying it. I just don't. I don't know what what it was until someone enlightened me and said, no, it means that you have been sexually harassed and you have been sexually assaulted. And I don't know if it's. If it crosses the line into some of the stuff that everyone's been talking about, and like I said, I'm a study of old Hollywood. I love old Hollywood classics. Humphrey Bogart movies that would fucking probably be considered racist right now or whatever. You know what I mean? Because everyone's fucking
Well, I mean, according to them now, To Kill a Mockingbird's racist.
You're
so.
racist. You're racist. You're racist because you like the movie called The African Queen. Like, it's the name of the movie. Well, you can't like African Queen because Bogart's racist. Oh my god. I like old Hollywood, and that's been old Hollywood lore forever and a day.
Yes.
I don't know if everybody had an issue with it. They should have kind of brought it up and shit.
That's what I've been thinking. That's been going on for years. Why now is it all of a sudden like an issue? Like, why now?
Well, look at the other video that's popping back up, and I remember this. Oh, Courtney Love warned everybody back in 2005.
People have been warning. They've been speaking out against him for years, and it's just swept underneath the rug.
Now, somebody brought up something else. I'm bring it up. I don't care, because somebody asked me about this, and I'm like, oh, that's a good point. I'm not saying nobody deserves any of this, but have worked in that type of industry before. In that film world, and it's a little. I've overheard and have seen actors, both male and female, say that they were going to use their properties to get a role. Now, I want to see all of it. If we're going to talk about that, let's see all of them. I want to see them all. Let's talk about it all. How did you get your role? Did you really fucking act? Did you really do this shit? What the fuck did you? Or was it because you slept with somebody named Harvey Weinstein?
It's the same thing in any industry you get into. I mean, the music industry is the same way.
That's why everybody goes into the term sex, drugs, and rock and roll, right? What
Yep.
do they say? The easy come, easy go, backstage passes, woo woo, and then the next thing you know, fucking, you're getting railed by poison that looks like a bunch of chicks back in the day. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of dating myself, but no,
you know this from personal experience?
Like I said, I've watched, I've observed. Like never happened.
Well, that you brought that up, Mud, like with the music industry, like recently, Nelly was, is being investigated for rape.
Again, I'm gonna fucking, everyone's gonna get pissed off when I say this, but they're just report that fucking shit. If you're talking some shit and you're just like, it's the standard fucking, you're not gonna do this unless you fuck me type stuff, then yeah, that is fucking wrong as hell. Or if you wake up, I mean, just right before I came on the show, Angie Everhart, old classic 90s hot actress, came on there and said that she went to bed on a boat and then she woke up and Weinstein was like right over her and like about ready to jump on her. She's like, get the fuck out of here. And that's assault. That's about, she stopped him from doing some shit.
Yeah.
So the way I see it is freaking, that's kind of no way, man. It's, and then this this asshead had the freaking balls to say that everything that I could do to you, he put it in their contracts. I want to see one of them contracts. See what them contracts say. That it's okay for me to hit on you, or it's okay for me to try to get the woo woo woos out of your ass if you don't do some shit. You know what I mean? I'm serious. I just fucking, I don't understand how this whole
Is
thing.
that their writer?
Yeah, it's like everyone's. No, for real. Everyone's talking about how, oh, well, you know, this is a perverse moment. And there was specific, you know, Seth MacFarlane, dude, is a. I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that but because he's a straight, he's like us. Nobody's off limits. He'll talk shit about everybody. And the next thing you know, he has the Golden Globes, and it says that, or the Oscars or something like that. These are the 5, you know, luckily these 5 women are the ones that no longer have to pretend that they like Harvey Weinstein. And everyone's like, oh, you know, everyone made jokes about Harvey Weinstein the whole fucking time. And then he had his running mate, fucking Ben Affleck, which now Justice League is in jeopardy. Good, because I want Christian Bale to be Batman. I don't want him to be fucking Batman. Christian Bale's the Batman. Him and Michael Keaton. That's it.
Yes.
Just like Jack Nicholson and fucking Heath Ledger. There should only be 2. That's it. The Master and Apprentice.
I was hoping you were gonna talk about Michael Keaton Batman.
Yeah, Michael Keaton.
That was. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. So I mean, and everyone, there's a difference between flirting back and forth and having some sort of reciprocal back and forth and going back and all that, and then that's different than straight creeping on somebody. You know what I mean? I mean, I have received specific notifications from individuals of this motherfucker's harassing me. I'm like, okay, whatever, can't be that bad. And then next thing you know, god damn, dude, it's that fucking blatant. And again, it's holy shit, that's fucked up.
You know, in my years of MPism, you know, I seen that we would get people coming in, well, this so-and-so's harassing me, so-and-so's harassing me, and then they bring out the emails and the text messages and everything else, and it's just like, oh, shit. Like, he really said that. That's not okay. Well...
Yeah, you're and it just looks weird. It just, again... I want you guys to understand that, you know, back in the early 80s, early 90s, when the Army went into this big, they started the Army itself. I don't want to fucking talk about Sergeant's time right now, but, you know, my head hurts. But it's one of those things to where the Army was trying to grasp a lot of it, and it really went to where guys back in the day, it was not uncommon for members of the opposite sex talking to each other back and forth, like they're at the fucking club. You know what I mean? And so yes. That was one of those points where I was like, okay, I'm knocking that shit off, because there are some people who are taking it over. There are people that were, and I'll admit it, I've seen it. I admit it, observing. And have I ever, and what makes me mad is that I've never been asked, no one has ever asked me to testify or bring shit up. Hey, Ice, were you there when so-and-so said something to so-and-so? No one has ever asked me. I would have fucking said, hell yeah, man. She was fucking saying, no, dude, I'm not interested. You literally have to say it, and I'm not interested. Pull out a fucking weapon and point a weapon to the dude's face. I am not interested. Why not? Why aren't you interested? What's up? You know what I mean? I'm thinking, dude, she's pointing a Glock in your face. I think you should say, okay, cool. Do you know what I mean? And
if you can read the serial number,
yeah,
you're in trouble.
If you can see the rifling sort of kind of through the light, the ambient light going into the barrel, then there's something wrong.
What I find interesting is how now this whole Harvey thing came to light. We all know the famous Hollywood lawyer Gloria Allred.
Yeah.
Is she just, subpoenaed Trump into a sexual, I guess, assault case.
That was like right before the election, and then now that this is all
yes.
Up. Yeah.
And then what's even more interesting is her daughter is defending Harvey Weinstein.
Well, of course. All fucking, again, I don't want everybody to think that I'm taking anybody's side, but the definition of that sexual harassment stuff is unwanted advances, straight up, by words, gestures, or physical actions. That's a simple fucking thing that's been drilled into my military head in the last, 80 some odd fucking years of my service. And so, fuck, dude. It's kind of you kind of like, okay, cool. That's it. Members of different ranks and all this other shit. It's kind of funny. I'm gonna talk about something real quick off the subject. Just remind me about church. Just say church, and then it'll remind me, okay? Because I'm kind of, you know, yeah, kind of got a headache. So the biggest thing is that don't be quick to defend some guy, because now it wasn't until someone, I think it was you, Mom, that sent me. I think it was you that sent me the link of him trying to harass that chick.
Yes.
That was harassing that chick like straight up, and he was like just mean. That right there, if that's not dead to rights on just one fucking event, and it's good that his company fucking fired his ass. I mean, that's kind of cool. I mean, kind of says something about your company when it's named Weinstein Company. If Weinstein's getting fucking fired, he's one of the founders of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, get the fuck out, dude. That's cool. I mean, that shows no one's gonna pub with it. But then again, then you start seeing all the pictures. You know, it kind of makes me seem like how everyone's calling our president a racist, but he won an NAACP award and he's pictured with fucking Jesse Jackson and fucking Muhammad Ali and Rosa Parks. You know what I mean? That's kind of one of those things that before you open up them cans of worms, don't fuck with MC Kovefe. You know what I mean? Talking about that rap that Eminem made. I love me some Eminem, but damn, dude, you've spit some hotter fire than that. It was very. It almost was like telepromptered, like he was waiting for the teleprompter.
Yes, it was horrible.
It made it seem
Yeah,
like
that was the first time I've ever seen him stutter his words.
Yeah, I made it. Yeah, exactly.
Like mid rap, he like stops, like he forgot what he was gonna say, and then played it off. Did you notice that?
Yeah, it seemed like somebody was reading a teleprompter. You, Mr. Orange, and he likes to mess with like waiting for the next line to come up. So I just it was forced. That's right. It was forced. That's why you heart me, Casey, because I read what? What was that? Did you guys see that? You guys reading that? Oh. You good? Yeah, it looks like freaking Mud Puppy's got gas. It's right. It sounded like it was forced. It's the goddamn dude. Really, you really busting ass on air?
No, that's my chair.
I'm about to say, fucker, dude. Here I'm talking, and all I'm hearing is just. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? That's bad radio.
Sorry, had to pull the seatbelts out from under my ass.
Oh, okay, all right. But yeah, it again. Don't sit there and talk shit about MC Kofeve being racist when you got pictures of him at the NAACP awards with Rosa Parks, Jesse Jackson, Muhammad Ali, James Earl Jones. I mean, just the whole thing. And then next to know, well, there's pictures of him with Clinton and all these other people, but that doesn't count. Don't get, that doesn't count at all. That's not. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, so the dude fucking did some shit. And just call it what it is. And then the fucking what's her name again? Hillary Clinton. Shit, I can't believe I forgot her name. Not gonna give the money back that he donated. At all.
What?
No, all he's gonna say, he's gonna give the amount. They're gonna give the amount of the it was like $250,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
That was donated. So the reason why they're not gonna do it is because they said we've already spent it. Yeah, of course they've already spent it.
That's how they got their house in the Hamptons.
Yeah. Yes, indubitably, it's when we have a house in the Hamptons. That's why it's so, smashingly in the Hamptons.
Apparently so.
So what were you gonna say about church?
Oh, I was gonna say about church. So real quick, this is gonna be a sergeant's time topic, but I'm just gonna talk about it now. Fort Gordon soldiers said they were forced to attend a Christian spiritual fitness event in their AIT, right? And so
Okay.
So they did that, and they were marched to their barracks to a base chapel for a mandatory Christian proselytizing event. So the soldiers for the advanced individual training said they were required to listen to a Christian chaplain pray over them and urge them to turn their lives over to Jesus Christ. And then they had some Christian rock music, and then they had spiritual fitness barbecue. All right? So the reason why I said remind me of church was because the founder and president of the Military Religious Freedom Foundation, his name is Mikey Weinstein.
Oh my God.
So yours truly has posted a message on Army Times and said, isn't it kind of bad timing to put fucking Weinstein on the same page as the Army Times? It's kind of like fucking bad, dude. You really shouldn't do that. So it's one of those things where freaking, yeah, we got a religious.
Way to go, editor.
Yeah,
way to go.
Way to go. They should have just waited for that. I don't know. Should have waited for us to break it. But we don't repost Army Time shit. I just one of the things that I brought up. Yeah, dude. I just, again, this whole fucking Me Too stuff and all that, and everyone's jumping on there, and I have friends that have done that, and again, I do feel for those that have been affected by sexual harassment and sexual assault. Man, I feel for them. It just makes me mad that Hollywood's making it sound like, whoa, this is a travesty when this shit's been happening the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like they've known about it.
It's like you're getting mad at me for, fucker, you're the ones doing it. Now I gotta go through my film collection to see which Harvey Weinstein movies are, you know. I'm gonna boycott Feud anyways, so fucking, which one am I gonna boycott? Some of the movies are pretty fucking good.
You're gonna have some slim pickings here soon.
I know, they're pretty fucking good. I'm in Netflixing Weinstein. Denied. No, I'm just kidding.
You know, I would love to be in Courtney Love's house right now when all this news broke and everything else.
Oh, I know. She even said the same thing.
Yeah.
She said the same thing.
It was
I don't know
12 years ago.
I don't know if I'm gonna work again.
You know she's going, told you.
Yeah.
Told you.
And then Meryl Streep knew about it. Fucking Roman Polanski's giving him a high five and shit. Fucking, like, really, dude? You're really gonna have the ass about this? You're gonna get upset? I'm gonna watching a lot of bonfires. Is that what you're saying? You're that's damn right. Well, und ja, I'm half German, so it's in my blood to watch bonfires. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. It's fucked up.
That's so bad.
Here I am, half German, talking about Weinstein.
Oh, the irony.
Oh, the irony. I've already boycotted NFL and the Major League Baseball, so it doesn't matter because, again, I don't care. This whole thing is getting so politicized now that I can't even go to fucking Buffalo Wild Wings with somebody asking me, what do you think about the kneeling thing? I'm here to eat fucking wings. I'm drinking a beer, and my designated driver, who's a toddler, is looking at you going, why is this dude next to me? Why is this dude getting close to me? You know what I mean?
Like people are allowed close to me, or one's feeding me wings.
Yeah, exactly. No, I just don't
and
get
French fries.
I don't get it. I really don't. I don't get the fact that everyone's again. I don't. God bless you, Nate Boyer, dude. Why, man? Get out of it. Get out of the fight. Get out of it. Now everyone's trying to slam him.
Get out while you still can.
Yeah. Everyone's fucking talking about, oh, well, Nate Boyer. Now, everyone's pointing to Nate Boyer. This is all his fault now. Oh my God, leave the guy alone. It's one of those. He's like the Good Samaritan that walks in the middle of a fight, and then just gets punched. Even though
he was trying to.
He's like, no.
Neutralize
exactly.
everything.
He was trying to neutralize the situation, and then someone's like, "What'd you say, motherfucker?" And he's done. So I was like, man, which sucks too, because of the baseball and of the football games, from what I'm hearing, and I've had to unfollow some individuals on Facebook, and they got mad because I unfriended them. I was like, dude, because you're putting football shit over there. Because I don't know the dynamics of Facebook. They're like, just fucking unfollow me then. Don't fucking unfriend me. Again, going back to the didn't realize unfriending people on Facebook was a big fucking deal. If you are my friend on Facebook, that really means you are my friend. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's like taking somebody out of the top 10 of your MySpace.
Oh my God, I know. I remember that back in I was
like, why am I not in your top 10?
Yeah, why am I not your top? I was a MySpace and motherfucker back in the day, and then this Facebook thing came out. What is this? What is this Windows? I've been a Mac man my whole life. So, but again, Nate, dude. Oh, man, dude, stay out of this shit. Get out of it. Get out of it, man, just because.
You just gotta be like, you know what? I tried.
Yeah. You should just say, hey,
I
dude.
tried to reason, but.
Yeah, and so they're going to blame him. They're going to blame him. They're like, well, he was the one that convinced Colin Kaepernick, and that's why Colin Kaepernick can't get a job. I'm waiting for Colin Kaepernick to say, yeah, that's why I can't get a job.
Because
But no, he wants to file a suit against the owners.
Yeah.
A grievance against the owners.
I didn't know you could file a fucking grievance with the NFL.
Apparently you can.
Well, I mean, fuck. Everyone's like, you just stop it.
I'm surprised Gloria isn't all over this one.
Oh my God, I'm tired of it. Tired of everyone being such a bitch about stuff. Just play the fucking game. Just watch the game and shit. You have made something so political that it's not. Don't freaking talk about shit that you really don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
Don't talk about stats and everything.
I pretty much just skip over all of that stuff now when I see it pop up on my news feed because I'm just sick of hearing about it.
Well, I was at work and after I had a blow-by-blow on how to make sure that I was not unfriending people because everyone noticed that I had like a lot of friends and then I didn't have any friends. Just about. They're like, you're only down to 5 friends. What happened? What are you doing? I'm like, what? Motherfuckers. Oh, no, that's not how you do it? You don't unfriend them, you just unfollow them? I didn't know.
My bad.
So again.
So,
go ahead. What?
I haven't got to talk to you since you had your big terrestrial radio debut.
Oh, yeah. Do you know how hard it was? I had
Look,
to... Oh, go
I
ahead.
listened to it. You were riding the struggle bus.
Dude, well, I... Never have I tap danced so much in my life. I felt like, watch Ice tap dance when he's trying to talk on FCC radio. It was bad, dude. It was so fucking bad. I was trying so fucking hard not to... Oh, my God. It was... Oh, man.
You did awesome. You did great. You caught yourself a couple times.
I did. There were some times where I literally had to stop before I said, you know what? Fuck. I almost did that. Pookie said that he might have heard... And I've listened to the feed a couple times already, and I think I slipped in an F-bomb, but I couldn't tell if it was an F-bomb or not. I had to listen to it again and bring it up to that. But,
I heard a and that was it.
Yeah. I think
like you caught yourself. But
well, yeah. So if you guys don't know, we're partnering up with KHB. KHB is a radio station out of Pittsburgh, PA. And you can find them on a 94.1. And oh wait, let me see. Let me pull up a graphic here, so that way you guys can see WTF Nation Radio, and you guys can see what I'm.
Well, I mean, they're just not any radio station. They're like what, like the oldest radio station on the East Coast.
Just about established in 1934. So there you go. So we partnership up with the Veterans Report and KHB Radio. So 94.1 FM and 620 AM. In Pittsburgh, straight up. So they had me on there, and our other radio, our other WTF Nation radio ambassador, Jim Cannon was on there, and we were talking about stuff, and it was asking us about you guys, the WTF Nation, asking about how the station ran, and you know, some of the stuff we discussed, and it's just not all slam fest and all that. Had to go over some of the guests we did, and then of course I tried to edge in a couple of comments about Dan Bilzerian a few times, so that way we were good to go on where we stood on that. So yeah, it's pretty exciting for us because that was we're coming into to terrestrial radio. So if you're listening to the Veterans Report, you'll more than likely catch us if you're in Pittsburgh. Catch one of us shooting the shit and all that. We can't say shooting the shit and also the crap, but I swear, as soon as I was done with that interview, I went outside and fucking screamed obscenities to everything. squirrel came up the tree, and I was like, "Fuck you, squirrel!" It was fucking bad, dude. I was really fucking struggling. And then everyone was fucking was poking me, of course, sending me PMs. Hey fucker, hey fucker, hey say fucker, hey dick, all sorts of shit. So it was hard, man.
All right, assholes, you could quit now.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, fuck, dude.
I'm looking. I'm looking for what the exact wording that you posted in our chat.
Oh shit, dick, pussy, motherfucker, holy Muhammad's gash of ass or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah. Fucking dude, I was hurting, bro. I was fucking hurting. I cannot believe I went that long. I went for an hour of no profanity. Zero.
An hour straight.
Hour straight.
I believe that is a new record for you. I mean, besides the time you were sleeping.
Yeah, man. It's freaking... Dude, I could not freaking believe that. I was, again, shocked at the fact. I even had, oh, you were at a family reunion? Well, hey, tell everybody I said, hey. Hey, did you try to say that again? What? Shit, dick, pussy, ass, motherfucker, the mother of Muhammad's gash? Is that what you're saying? Something like that is what I said.
Gash of an asshole.
Yeah, Muhammad's gash of an asshole. That was pretty, dude, I was fucking, oh man, I was freaking, my hands were sweating, dude. It was like I was getting ready for a jump or something like that. My hands were just sweating in anticipation. And I wanted to make sure that Jim had content to talk about when he was interviewing us. And I was like, man, freaking, I want to make sure we're good to go. So I was talking about it and all that. If you guys want to check it out, it's on the radio page at facebook.com/WTF Nation Radio or WTFNR. And you'll see it on there. It was a Saturday show. It was about 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
And he should have his podcast uploaded too here soon.
Yeah, he'll have it up. Once he has it up, then we'll put that on our page too. So it was it was a demanding event. It was one of those things that I had to stretch for. Eat a couple raw eggs.
Indubitably.
Yeah, indubitably. So it was pretty good. It was, like I said, a good show. Got a good reception. So if you check it out, we're tagged on WTF Nation Radio and U.S. Army WTF Moments at the Veteran Support in 94.1 and 620 KHB. I like that station. It's pretty cool. It's
yeah, I found I kick it on. They're on the tune app, and I kick it on during work sometimes.
Yeah, they're a good station. It's a pretty good station. Not into the polka thing, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those things too where
what did he equate it to? The UHF of the radio?
Yeah, UHF, they're, what is it? It's almost like, if you guys see the movie UHF, then is it a Harvey Weinstein film? But anyways, if you ever seen UHF, then that's pretty much the same. It's not dry, it's not whatever, it's just a different mentality. So but yeah, we're breaking new ground here. That was it was pretty fun. And then I was like, oh my God, I was done. I was like, I felt like I shoplifted a baby. I felt like I stole some money or something like that. It felt like I walked out with the Ark of the Covenant in front of the Pope and he didn't see me or something like that. Or I took the Pope's hat. That's what it felt like, man. It really felt like it was freaking...
that's good.
Yeah. L. Ron Hubbard. You discovered your whole bookstore got a shelf devoted to L. Ron Hubbard. L. Ron Hubbard. You talking about Eli or L? Like L as in E-L? Not just L as in L? Because it's not L like L. Ron Hubbard. I live west. It's L like L, the letter L with a dot. Is that what you meant, John? In the Facebook live chat. So let's talk about fucking Bo Bergdahl. You said you wanted to say something about Bergnuts?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Or Mom?
Yeah, one of you guys said you were going to talk about fucking Bo Bergnuts and...
Yeah, I mean, with him pleading guilty, and I mean, it's... Finally, he admits that, yep, dead to rights.
That's not what he said on...
It still doesn't...
It's not what he said on CBS. It's not what he said on fucking...
Exactly.
He said that he felt, what is it with these fuckers that commit these crimes and shit in the military? Like that dude Manning said that it was an ethical decision to do what he did. Bo Bergdouche said the same thing. It was an ethical thing, or I felt like it was the right thing to do. I felt I needed to do this. I'm just kind of like, what the hell, dude?
Usually when someone commits a crime, they usually feel like they need to do the crime.
But
with that logic.
Well, I was waiting for him to fucking go trans. You know what I mean?
Thank you. That's just what I was about
I was
to
thinking
say.
the same thing too.
I was like waiting for him to fucking, hi, my name is Bo. Or Bodette. So. Fucking,
I hate to say it, but I hold Bergdahl one step ahead of Manning. Only because Bergdahl pleads guilty. Manning's still going, nope.
Well, I think Bergdahl probably only pled guilty just for the mere fact that his lawyers probably came to their senses, like there's no way he's going to win this in court. Like the evidence was probably and is like extremely like strong against Bergdahl. So the smart thing of for them to do is be like, you might as well just plea out or take your chances, and that's what he did. That's what it seems like.
Why didn't Manning's lawyers do the same thing?
I don't know. I mean, maybe it's because they thought the whole transgender thing was going to get them out of it. I don't know.
I was so waiting for you to say get off. Get him off on it.
No,
Sorry.
Fuck that shit stick. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about, man. Fucking, I felt I needed to do that. I felt, well, thank you.
I feel the need that I need more money in my bank account. I'm not going to go rob a fucking bank.
So, yeah, apparently he caused a stir for brag just by being around the area. He wanted to
chilling.
Just chilling.
Like a villain.
Chilling. You see what fucking Duffel Blog put? It was kind of ironic that Duffel Blog put fucking, he walked off Fort Bragg. That's fucking real. Fucking love it. Love it.
Leave it to Duffel Blog.
Yeah, and sometimes the Duffel Blog is not far from fucking the truth on some shit. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is.
Sometimes if you read in the Duffel Blog, the truth, a truthful statement comes out. But
so will the Duffel Blog be like the next Simpsons?
Oh yeah, you know what? That's a. You know what? That is. I didn't even think about that. That is a good fucking point.
It just wow.
Because the Simpsons, what does it say about the 82nd? I don't know what it says, Max, about the 82nd. We don't give. I mean, we're just trying to fucking focus on the higher end shit with this kid. See what the fuck his deal is. I know. I was like I said, I was waiting for him to go fucking hi, and that's it. Like, he's gonna show up in fucking pumps or some shit like that at court with a fucking wig, and go, okay, guys.
Trying to spin it around as a civil rights case.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It was good to understand me. I didn't understand. So, fuck you, Bergdahl. I hope you're listening right now because I know we have ways in which to find out if you follow the U.S. Army WTF moments or not. Especially probably your JAG and defense team because, lawyers always know about what we're fucking doing because their commands tell them to try to slam soldiers for following U.S. Army WTF moments or WTF Nation Radio. So I wouldn't doubt that the fucking lawyers are listening to this right now and like, oh my God, they're talking about Bergdahl. Fuck you, Bergdahl. Fuck Bergdahl.
And the horse she rode in on.
Walked on. Well, I would say more mules because he's been hanging around with the Taliban so long.
Yeah.
Probably give a mule class.
Yeah.
Goats.
Yeah, exactly. But now I don't understand how everyone's making a big deal. How he's again, I don't get why he's fucking justified, and everyone's thinking that he's the fucking hero or he's all he was trying to do was trying to tell everybody what was going on with his chain of command. And everybody who was in the unit at the time were saying that they were one of the best units they were ever, that they were in. Oh, I love them. I love my unit. We're out here kicking ass and taking names. And you got one guy. Yeah, you want to be here. I think it's fucked up. So, what agency, what channel said that Bergdahl's wanted to bring attention to some issues in his unit? Yeah, exactly that, man. Spanky, we'll leave the goats alone. Yeah, who, and that's another thing too. Who's fucking Bergdahl to decide what's bad in the fucking unit? Is it because somebody told you to pull guard duty or someone told you to go on a fucking patrol where you decided to say, see you? And you honestly think your ass was gonna fucking hump another from one fucking cop to another to go talk to a general? Like a general is gonna sit down and talk to you? Hey, Sergeant, what's going on? Sir, I need to talk to you. Yeah, okay, whatever. Sergeant Major. That's how the 82nd works. You don't see any brass until you have gone through a plethora of platoon sergeants. And, well, he's a buck sergeant anyway, so. He's not even a sergeant. He's just fucking Bo Bergdahl. I'm gonna fucking give him a rank. Fuck him. But what was going through head? Yeah. Maybe he landed on his head during a paratroop landing, landing one time. I don't know, man. Fuck that dude. Fuck that dude. The way I see it, you put your teammates out there and you deserted, which was what he was charged for was pretty good. I'm digging the charges, because now it happened this morning. Brought to you first, of course, by U.S. Army WTF Moments, and broke by them. He got convicted of misbehaving in front of the enemy and desertion. And what was the other one? Wasn't there another charge that he got busted with too?
I'm trying to pull it up right now.
Or whatever. He told a general that, what was that? Bergdahl himself told the general during a preliminary investigation that he left intending to cause alarm and draw attention to what he was problems in his unit, and then he was soon captured. Well, fucking whatever. U.S. Army WTF Moments was up during that time. You could have just submitted something to the main page, and you'd have been good to go. I think you'd have been all right. Usually the main page is pretty good about highlighting what's going on with you. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. So he did pretty. Yeah. So he pled guilty. And it was a freaking agreed to stipulations of facts of the case. Blah, 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 blah.
I wonder if he hung out with that other family while they were chilling.
Dude, that's freaking. I didn't think about that. I didn't even think about how he could have fucking been busted for that shit. So he's getting busted for desertion. Fuck him. Pretty guilty. Dangerous comrades. So wrapping up after 3 fucking years of his ass fucking going through this shit. So so he's got a misbehavior charge. Maximum penalty of life in prison. And then, believe it or not, misbehavior in front of the enemy is a heavier charge than desertion. The desertion charge is only up to 5 years.
Yeah, because you can get charged with desertion in garrison.
Yeah, but still, it's you would think. Oh, come on, you're deployed. you're out there in Afghanistan, and you're out there and you fucking decide to desert. Just misbehaving before the enemy. I don't know what that is. What you're fucking not in uniform right or something, or you're acting like an ass. I don't know. Does an enemy have a code or something like that they have to know that you're misbehaving? Is it like a daycare center or some shit? You have to do a fucking incident report. The Taliban fucking submitted to the general saying that Bo Bergdahl was a bad prisoner. You know what I mean? He's gonna get busted. He needs to fucking get in trouble with this.
Sir, we have an SIR from the Taliban.
Yeah, exactly. they want to have a key leader engagement at this village because they want to talk about Bo Bergdahl fucking misbehaving. So exactly that, Max. He should have been busted for treason. I'm just surprised. Again, I'm surprised that he got that desertion carries a lesser charge than misbehaving before the enemy. So guilty, and he's going to get sentenced. And that's another thing, too. I find out he's getting sentenced. Are we going to, fucking riot or something like that? Like OJ or fucking the Rodney King riots if he doesn't get fucking busted? Is that what's going to happen? Or are we going to, fucking throw the pitchforks up and start writing commentaries? All these armchair fucking lawyers are going to come out of the fucking woodwork and saying how legal scholars got it wrong or whatever. Is this what's going to happen? Kind of want to know how I want to gauge my my fire before I fucking light it. You know what I mean? Fucking bullshit.
Just stock up on tiki torches.
Yeah.
They're on
I was
sale
gonna say,
right
is
now.
this a pitchfork offense or is this a tiki torch offense?
Well, I don't know.
Offense.
I don't know because tiki torches now. How to get rid of all my tiki torches?
That's right. It has to be racial for it to be a tiki torch
Yeah,
offense.
dude. And they're like neighbors going, "Hey, bud, how you doing? Hey, what's up? Yeah. You got a mosquito problem? I don't know what to do. What do I say?
Are those new tiki torches in your yard?
Exactly,
I see.
exactly. The double ball did say, cause that they were going to leverage charges on him for desertion as well. Yeah, dude. So I'm only going to freaking sit there and understand what is going on with all that crap. And I hope the sentencing, if it does happen, I hope that he fucking gets a bigly sentence. So he's going to get that and fucking, well, I think he's probably going to get like 20 years.
Can we just stick Bergdahl and Manning in the same?
No. Manning's released, man.
I know.
No, Manning's released, and he's walking around not understanding how come people are treating him like shit. I don't know why people don't like me.
Canada won't let me in.
Canada won't
There
let
we
me
go.
in. Yeah.
No, Bergdahl's punishment. He has to be PSD for Manning.
No way, dude. I couldn't even imagine.
He'd probably walk away from that too.
Hey, WTF Nation, if you see Bo Bergdahl, please send us some pics. Submit them to WTFNationRadio.com or US Army WTF Moments, please. If you have any Bo Bergdahl pics, please. Be more than happy to see that dick stick.
Now that he's, pled guilty, when, do they wait until a sentencing hearing for him to be carted off to jail, or how does that work?
That's how it works. Normally what happens is that they fucking, what they'll do is he's kind of restricted anyways, especially when a big event like that's a big case. They'll restrict him, but he's not restricted. He's got somewhat of a limited curfew, and I think due to the fact that it's high profile,
He's not institutionalized.
Yeah. He's not. He's not institutionalized. So he can.
They could though. They could stick him at the PMO under guard.
Yeah, they could put him in pretrial confinement
Under unit guard. Yep.
Yeah, but I think the sensitivity of it all, and everybody wants to have what they don't want to do is they don't want to have any time served on him. So if they say, yeah, this guy's been fucking walking around under restrictive whatever, which is a commander can do that. A lot of you guys stationed overseas in Germany and Korea, a commander can take away your fucking, you get put in a curfew anyways. Or the commander can take away your civilian clothes. So don't fucking, don't.
And they can assign you a babysitter that has to stay with you.
Exactly that. And so if that's probably what's happening, but I guarantee it, as soon as the sentencing happens, he's gonna go down. I hope he goes to Leavenworth. I wanna visit him in Leavenworth. I want to get the exclusive interview. So, how's Bubba treating you? You gonna eat your cornbread, Bo?
Babina.
I can't wait. Oh man, so this is gonna be fun. I don't know where they're gonna put him though. I don't think they'll send him to Leavenworth though. Won't they send him to a penitentiary here or something like that? I don't know how that works.
No, they can send him to Leavenworth. He can chill in Leavenworth.
Is that a Leavenworthable offense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, like I said, if he does go to Leavenworth, I'm gonna go pay a visit. I will. Who are you here to see? Bergdahl. First name Bo. I want to see that prisoner. And what's gonna happen? Do you think it'll cost some shit? I take my phone in there and Facebook Live it.
And your name, sir? Ice. Hell no.
You can't come in. Oh, I got to be legit in there though. You know what I mean? I have to give them real creds. I got to fucking real ID cards and shit.
Oh yeah.
Not WTF creds.
No media passes.
Yeah, no media passes. I can't do any media passes. They're gonna be freaking the fuck out if I walk in there. Hi, I'm Ice. I'd like to conduct an interview with Bo Bergdahl.
Yeah, this cell next to him's open.
Yeah, this is exactly. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? Are you going to really? I'm like, hello. No. I like this.
Okay, we knew you guys were ballsy, but not that ballsy.
Yeah, exactly. I would probably get arrested myself. I'd get in trouble. And they said the first thing they would say is they're like, we have a guy named Ice in here, and the fucking the floor supervisor because they're cage kickers there. Ice loves in peace.
Yes.
They're fucking strapped and they don't fuck around, dude. So, if they get a hint of who I am, yeah. John, I don't know. No, actually, no, John. I would not stay there permanently because I have mad respect. I would go in there and go, hi. I would be like so flowery and like sunshiny. Hi, my name is Ice. I'm from U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio. And if the door went, then that would have been it. hand out some stickers or some shit like that, some T-shirts, and then walk out. You know what I mean? That's it.
But I'll give you a sticker.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, I love it. Like giving a sticker. Hey man, look what Ice gave me. He gave me a bumper sticker for me to talk to for 5 minutes with Bo Bergdahl. Do you think that would cause like an international incident? Or
No.
a WTF Nation incident? People
Yeah.
get mad. Like I said, man, I'll go up to Leavenworth and shit. And then I'll go in there and say, hey, here to talk to Bo. We talk to Bird Douche. Bird nuts. Bird balls.
We'll give you something extra special out of the prize
Yeah,
closet.
yeah, exactly. You want a T-shirt? Want a do you want a T-shirt? How about a War Horse for Veterans hat? They'd be like, oh my god.
Shit, dude, we'll give you the whole prize closet.
Yeah, exactly, dude. We'll give you the Pelican case full of, I think it's funny as shit. Oh.
So, I seen this article, and the first thing I thought of was you.
What kind of article?
Because it's something that I could see you doing. A British man said he hid in the woods for 10 years to escape his wife.
Somebody sent me that too.
Malcolm Applegate, 62, said he left his wife after he continued to argue with him over his increased work hours as a gardener. For 3 years, it was, all right, we got on with one another, and the gardening got too much for her. He said that more work he took on, the angrier his wife became. She eventually demanded that he cut back on his work schedule, which led to Applegate to leave. Without a word to anyone, not even family, I packed up and left. After 3 years of marriage, Applegate just up and left his home in Birmingham and traveled by foot to London because his bike was stolen along the way. Oh, God, poor guy. He camped in the woods with 2 other individuals and worked on gardens at a community center for the elderly.
What does wife do?
Nagging, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what I was about to
I was
say.
about to say,
Nagged him to death almost.
Man, get the fuck out of here. So
The gardener spent a decade away from his wife and family, but finally reconnected with his sister after writing her a letter. It had been a decade years since I had seen her, and in that time she had been to all of the Salvation Army hostels in the South trying to find me, Applegate said. We now have a great relationship again. Nothing about the wife, just the sister.
oh my god.
And if you look at the article, the old man has like the biggest shit-eating grin.
Yeah.
On his face,
kinda
like,
when I
what's
read
up?
that, I'm like, how does not nobody know that he was missing for 10 fucking years? You know what I mean?
Maybe the wife thought good riddance.
Yeah, well, I was about to say his wife probably was like, fuck that motherfucker. I'm not gonna come on the bar. Isn't that what
I
women's
was like,
isn't that
I
what
can
women
see you doing that to one of your ex-wives.
No, to one of them. Oh no, they find you. Ex-wives find you. They fucking find you, bro. Someone made a comment about what was it, that Christmas is coming because not all the man-hating shit stopped.
Yes.
That's why you need,
Then I think I posted a link how they're coming out with robots as bionic penises for women. So
yeah, my God.
when they want to start man hating, just give them the link to the robot to buy
oh my God, exactly.
to buy one.
Honey, I'm home.
Is it China?
What the fuck's that
China
noise?
had the Renadolls.
Yeah. Honey, I'm home. What the fuck's that noise?
Are you watching Star
Yeah,
Wars?
exactly. What is that, a lightsaber? What the fuck? You fucking... Oh, I'm sorry, honey. Didn't mean to bother you. That. What kind of electric? Is that a 2 amp or a 1 amp motor you got in there? Fucking, is that electrical? You gotta get service. Does Granger service that shit? Because I'm gonna go out and drink with the boys then. If you're gonna be pinning around Mr. Tonko
Kickstart
toy.
2-stroke.
Yeah, exactly. 2-stroke, exactly. I need some fuel. Oh man. Hey, tonight we're gonna have a guest. Tom. How do you pronounce his name, Mom? Tom Marquez. It's Marquez, right?
I think so.
Marquez. So I'm gonna make sure. I want to get that right too. He's the director of the film Fallen. We're gonna get serious in the second segment. I watched some of the film and I watched other stories about it. Watched some of the making stuff of it, and I was moved. And it's pretty serious shit we're gonna be talking about. like I said during Sergeant's time, we're gonna be discussing some things about Leos when they've been killed in the line of duty, the after effect of it. And so the next segment's gonna start off with a movie trailer of the film, and then you guys have probably seen some of the work on there as well. It's gonna get you in the feels. So if you don't want to watch it, then that's cool. But we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and I'm going to kill the Facebook Live feed. But y'all can still listen to us on Mixer. So Facebook Live, we'll be back. But Mixer, we're still on. And we're also playing on the TuneIn app, Periscope, Puffin, iTunes, YouTube, freaking all them whatevers, everything, all platforms. The WTFNationRadio.com website. We're just playing everywhere, guys. We're everywhere.
And our Android app.
And
There's no excuse.
There is no excuse not to hear any of us or what we're talking about on here. So I'm gonna take a break right quick, and I'm gonna bust some tunes, and then we'll be right back. So shouts.
So it's
right,
not
we're
a
back.
radio show then. It's like a podcast kind of thing.
No, you're live.
Yes, no. I mean,
It's a live broadcast, radio /
But
podcast.
with video.
Yes.
Gotcha. I feel bad. Like normally it would be no big deal, but my I left my laptop like 6 hours away, and I'm waiting for it to be.
Can you guys hear
okay,
us?
we're fixing to go on. You sound great though, so it's okay.
You guys back?
Okay, good.
You guys, hello? Can you hear me? Say hello. Can you hear me? God, what a time for this to happen. Hello. You guys there?
Hey-o!
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Sorry about that. We're having problems with
Nothing.
Skype. So this is Tom Marchese, director of the film Fallen. Let me tell everybody real quick a little bit of your backstory here. So you nearly lost your life in the field, right?
Yeah, I did.
I mean,
I was a cop for like 15 years.
yeah, and then you spent your years as a homicide detective, as well as a gang narcotic expert and a tactical team leader working SRT stuff, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Probably, I don't know, 12 years of my career. I was doing all that fun stuff.
Dude, there's
I got to write the warrants and kick the doors in.
Oh, I missed that stuff. That's the younger man stuff now, but I totally missed that stuff.
Yes, sir.
So
Me too.
not to go too. I saw the film, some bits and pieces of it, and I also saw the story behind it and the statistics, which shocked the hell out of me. You can say anything you want, by the way. You don't have to be parsed. There's no FCC on us. This is live, by the way, on Facebook.
Gotcha.
So you have right now
Hello,
you got about 1 million listeners on one platform, and then you got another few thousand on another platform, and then you have other ones in other different platforms. So tell us.
Thanks everybody for being there.
Yeah. So tell us what started you off on this. What was the catalyst for this?
I was a working cop, but I kind of had one foot in the film industry. My producing partners, John Farmers-Bilk and Brenda Strong, they're actors and they're producers and directors in Hollywood. And Brenda's an actress. She's been on like everything under the sun. She's been on. She was a regular on Seinfeld. She narrated Desperate Housewives, the entire series, and she's like right now she's on Fear the Walking Dead, and she's one of the main villains in Supergirl. So she's heavily involved in the industry, and they've just been my longtime friends, and we became producing partners, and I started making film projects. And I had been a still photographer for a long time, and it kind of graduated into cinematography. And I was still a working cop. And I knew I was going to make my first feature after I had worked on several other people's projects and edited and produced and done a bunch of stuff. And I thought, it's got to be something that means something, right? I mean, that's what I wanted to do anyway. And we had, right around that time, we had 4 officers in Oakland, California that were murdered in one incident during the same incident in one day. Yeah. And we went, a bunch of the officers that worked with me went up to the service. And it really, really affected me, really impacted me. And I decided, you know what, I'm going to make a doc on a documentary on this incident, and I kind of set off to do that, and it ended up that it was just too fresh. Like, it had just happened, and, you know, it was difficult to, you know, nobody wants a camera stuck in their face right after something horrific like that happened.
Of
So
course.
I had to kind of reassess, and what happened was I just decided to do it nationally. And from then, I just started traveling on my vacation and my free time. I just started traveling all over the country making this documentary, and it just kind of snowballed into what it is now.
So tell us how.
And that was about 2011, 2012 is when I started shooting. I started traveling.
Some of the facts that I pulled from the film, and also some of the research about it, is I didn't know is that there are currently right now 900, almost 1 million sworn police officers right now serving in the United States, and 12% of those are female. One of the statistics that you brought up was the fact that during the past 10 years, over 1,512 Leos have died in the line of duty, averaging one death every 53 hours. And,
correct.
And
it's actually more than that. There's a stat in the film that's crazy, especially for all year. And I didn't put it in there as any kind of contest or comparison, really. It's just so that it really, because it's a shocking stat.
It is.
Over the span of, I'm sorry?
No, you're right. It's very shocking. I was shocked when I saw it.
Well, over the span of the war in Afghanistan, up until the official end, you know, whatever, in 2014, according to the DOJ, the Department of Defense's numbers, there were more cops killed in the line of duty on the streets of the States than there were in Afghanistan, than there were service members in Afghanistan. Isn't that insane? It's unbelievable to me.
That's
a crazy number.
That is nuts. Especially because you're averaging the average of at least 151 peace officers being killed in the line of duty a year. That's way more than any casualties that we've had. And there's been over 51,000 assaults against law enforcement officers in 2015, resulting in 14,000 injuries.
Yeah, those numbers are crazy. Those are the ones that you don't hear about, right?
No, you don't.
That doesn't make the news.
No, it doesn't.
So.
And it was just kind of in its I don't want to say it's macabre irony that there was two police officers killed right before you came on, like right before you had the was it in New Orleans? There was an officer that was down. You had one in Florida as well. I mean, it just when I was doing the research for the show, and I was just kind of doing some digging on you, and I started doing the research about this stuff, and I was like, it's the New Orleans. In New Orleans, there's a police officer that was killed. There was police-related incidences just over the last 48 hours, and I again shocked as hell that that society now is really starting to not. And that's why I was prefacing this on the previous shows that I host, is that everyone talks about the statistics, but no one talks about what happens after the statistic. Like after that Leo is killed, what happens afterwards? How it impacts the team?
It's crazy.
How it impacts the family, the department.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we set out to show, like the family members and the community members and everybody around this officer or number of officers that die in any given incident. There's so many stories that just people just don't think about it, how far reaching it is, because it's just, it's a badge, it's a uniform, and it's actually it's similar, I'm sure, with the military that people hear numbers and it's just, it's somebody in a uniform. They don't think about, all the repercussions and all the shock wave that rings out when that person is lost. It's really far reaching.
So the reception of this, you've won some awards for this. Did you
know what? It's been we've been grassroots. I mean, we funded it from contributions from the public and from private citizens and from like police organizations and businesses and we ended up making this movie with probably maybe a 20th of what like a normal Hollywood, even a documentary in Hollywood would have way bigger budget than we did. And we ended up we landed Michael Chiklis to narrate it, which was amazing. That guy's been incredible.
Yeah,
And then we actually got distribution for the movie, which is a huge deal, before we even premiered it at a film festival, which is unbelievable. So yeah, we've been
You guys have been awarded the
best feature film.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
at
about
the
to say-
Phoenix Film Festival is where we premiered it. It's probably one of the biggest, most well attended regional film festivals in the entire country, and they were amazing to us. But yeah, they screened over 200 films, and it wasn't just best documentary. We got the audience award for best feature film overall, and they screened over 200, almost 200 movies that week at the festival. So it was a pretty big deal for us.
Well, you also got the Burbank International Film Festival, the Tacoma Film Festival, the Impact Doc Awards, and the Orlando Film Festival. Come on, man, you could talk about a little bit more.
Yeah, there's actually some that aren't even on there. I mean, I think we've screened it at 10 festivals, and it's just been it's been awesome. But what's really cool is that's just been icing on the cake to get that love from the festivals, because usually if you have an indie film, even a big budget indie film, you tour it around the film festivals hoping to get distribution. But we signed a deal like the week that it screened at Phoenix. We got distribution that week. Nobody's making $1 million off this thing, but it's I have another job now. I'm not a cop, at least,
Yeah.
So I can say that.
So can you talk about what happened? What made you hang it up? What made you decide to say
Well, I had to actually. What happened was, and watching the film, you'll see that about 3 years into making the film, I was a working cop. I actually had just taken 2 weeks off of vacation to fly to Texas and shoot a film that I was producing and editing, and then with John and Brenda. And then I flew back. I was back on duty one day, my first day back to work, and I responded to a domestic. This kid was like a 17-year-old kid was in the process of murdering his grandparents with a kitchen knife, and kicked the door in, and he came right at me, and I got stabbed quite a few times and almost died. There's a crazier part to the story that you would see on TV and think, wow, that's really lame writing. But my wife's a fire engineer. She drives a fire engine in the same district that I worked at, and she actually got dispatched to the call. She was the first EMS on scene, and she had to load me in a helicopter, and it was all bad.
Oh, dude.
But yeah, pretty crazy. So anyway, that ended up forcing my retirement. So no more jumping fences and rolling around with bad guys.
Damn. Holy shit.
Yeah.
So then
Pretty crazy.
yeah. So this got you thinking, and you said you were already working on this. What gave you the?
No, man, I was 3 years into making the movie already.
Yeah.
And it was actually kind of getting close to being done with it.
I was about to say, so this kind of gave you a little. This kind of jerked a nut probably to work faster. I bet, because I know that probably gave you.
Well,
some...
it did, and it didn't. It did slow me down actually, because I mean it became more personal.
Yeah.
But all the shit you have to go through, that goes along with a catastrophic injury like that. I mean, I was messed up, and it did slow the movie down. But ultimately, I think it really it added to the film, because I mean, I wasn't even going to put my story in the movie initially, and even up until about 6 months before we released it, I wasn't intending on doing that. But like the producers on the movie were like, are you out of your mind? You can't not have that story in the movie. So really made me sit down and kind of reassess, and I decided to put it in there, and I hate it. I hate like being in my movie. I hate looking at myself. I hate, it just feels kind of
odd.
For lack of a better term, it feels kind of douchey to like put yourself in your own movie, especially a doc, you know what I mean? So, but it really, I think it brings it home for the viewer, because, it really brings home that this can happen to anybody. Like, I'm in the middle of making this movie, and I almost did it, and even another one of our producers, who's a cop in Austin, he's a chopper pilot. They had an active shooter.
Talking about Tank.
And they were shooting at the chopper. Yeah, Tank. Yeah. He's awesome, man. That guy's amazing.
Yeah.
Rock star. But anyway, he's responding, and the dude shot up the chopper. I mean, he's another person, involved in making this movie right in the middle of making it, and he could have he could have checked out right then too. So
Damn.
pretty crazy stuff.
So when you got all the, how did you get everybody else together to do it though? Because I know you yourself were the director and cinematographer, but then you also had, you know, you had Juan Sanchez Ortega, and then you had Tank in there. How did you pitch it to them?
Well, man, it just kind of came together. It sounds cheesy, but just organically. Like I just started reaching out, and so Sanchez was he worked with me, and then he since left to another agency. But so I mean, you know, on patrol, I'm talking to him about, he was just one of my guys on my shift, and we talked at length, you know, on midnights at 4 a.m. We're talking, man, I really about, you know, making this movie, and we just did it, and he just for the first several trips, he ran around the country with me and basically just was a production assistant. And then, you know, people like Tank got a hold of me, said, hey, you need to come to Austin. And I said, all right. We flew to Austin and we started an amazing, you know, lifelong relationship and friendship with the guys in Austin. And Chief Acevedo was just unbelievable. And yeah, Austin was incredible. And that was all Tank. He brought us there and made all that happen. And we ended up going to DC with them for Police Week, the Memorial Week. We shadowed Austin PD, and that's in the movie too. And for the ceremony for Jaime Padron, who they lost in a shooting, responding to just a drunk in Walmart in the middle of the night. The guy shot and killed him.
Oh God, that's
crazy.
sad.
I'll tell you what, some of the best and craziest ideas I've ever had came on a midnight shift staring at a radar.
I believe it, man. I totally believe it. Anytime, you know, you have a lot of downtime like that, and you got to do something with your mind, and I'm just lucky that I was able to find the time to do it. I mean, it was just a matter of doing it. You know,
I mean, it seems like it's
a
a huge passion of yours, and you turned it into a huge passion to make sure that, you know, the backside of the story. And I don't mean to downplay it as the backside of the story, but, you know, like we were talking about earlier on the break, is that everybody sees what happens, but they don't see the repercussion of what happened, you know, with the family, you know, with the friends, with the coworkers and everything else. And I mean, you've really brought that to life.
Yeah, well, thanks. That was really my intent. You know, one of the most kind of eye-opening interviews in the movie. So with one of our widows from the Lakewood Four, the 4 officers that were gunned down near Seattle in the coffee shop.
Yep.
In, you know, a few years back, and one of the widows, Kim Renninger, she's amazing too, but she's talking about how she just lays it out in the movie, and she's like, well, this is how it happens. You know, you get the knock at the door, you get the bad news, and then your house is flooded with family and officers, and for a week, and everyone's making you meals and taking care of you, and it's like this big rush of love and you know, outreach, and then there's the funeral, and then it's all gone, and you're just sitting there in an empty house thinking, what do I do? Like, what's now what? And it was just so eye-opening, man. That was a rough, and she wasn't, you know, she's been so active in enacting change and bringing awareness and stuff, that she's talked about it so much that she was one of the ones that didn't get real emotional on camera. So it's not even one of those where she's crying, so it's heart-wrenching. It's just a matter of, you watch this interview and it's just so matter of fact, and she's like, and then you're just sitting there in the quiet alone.
Oh no,
I've never been more alone in my life.
Yeah, that got me.
It's heavy, man.
Yeah, it is.
Very, very heavy.
So you also had so when it started gaining some traction, you were also on daytime NBC, right? I mean,
that was cool.
How did
they were great. Yeah, that was in Florida when we started the official theatrical release was September 8th, and so I started going all over the country before that, a month or two before that, I was flying all over the country doing pre-release screenings and stuff. But then that first week is when all the big press started hitting, and, you know, LA Times gave us a review, and I was on, you know, the morning show, and it was really cool, man. It was punishing, and it was really weird, kind of being, you know, I never intended that. I just wanted to make this movie and get some attention for it. It's weird for me to be the center of attention. You know what I mean? But it's necessary because it's a documentary, and I gotta talk about I gotta tell the world what it's about.
Well,
so,
Tom, it kind of goes with you made
doing
the,
radio shows.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You made the film, so it's kind of it would behoove you to go ahead and attend a few showings and media events.
Yeah. And I have attended a few. I've probably been, man, I don't even know how many. I've probably been to 40 screenings all over the country. The last three months or so have been like a tornado. It's been crazy.
I bet. You also have it now streamed on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, Vimeo,
Yeah.
Fandango now, Vudu. I mean, you've got
Yeah.
it all. And you've also got 97% going up to 98 on the Rotten Tomatoes. That's for a documentary. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, man. And what's funny is like we had a 98, and some if you're out there listening, some well-intentioned cop in Houston gave us a review, like a glowing review, this giant paragraph on Rotten Tomatoes, and then he gave us a 1.5 stars on accident, I guess. It's kind of funny. So if you're out there, I've been trying to find out who you are, fix that. And then it brought us back to 97.
Fix that. You better fix that, man.
But yeah, we're really lucky, man. It's been really well received.
I'm going to ask you a serious question. And you might get some people going to look at you kind of weird when you ask it, but I'm going to ask a question of the anti-police sentiment that's going on right now in society,
yeah,
in our entertainment industry, in our sports, and I know I already know the answer to this, but I was going to say, doesn't that piss you off? But it does piss you off. But I was also going to ask you, how do you cope? How do you cope with that when you get the hard questions of the idiots in these press releases that ask you the stupid questions about being a police officer, or that you're supporting police brutality or something like that?
It's tough, man, and it's kind of a double-sided thing because obviously when you watch the movie, you'll see that it's super apolitical. I made a point of not even going there because I thought it would. I was concerned that it would take away from the legitimacy if I just kind of made another argument on one side or the other. So I just kind of showed reality. And if you watch the movie and you don't give a shit about those people, that's on you. I can't make you care about those people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me to make some kind of argument to say, and you don't know this, and you don't know this, and you don't know that, it's I didn't even go there. But on the other side of that, like the LA Times, for instance, came down on me because they felt that I had ignored that. But you know, it's not ignoring it. I just didn't put it into the movie. So yeah, it's been really tough. But also we started making this thing before Ferguson and before all of that. So it was if we were going to put it in there, it would have been kind of an afterthought, and I didn't want to do that either. So, but yeah, it's tough. And mostly where I really get confronted with it usually is at Q&A is like at theaters, like across the country, people want to talk about it and bring up politics and all that. But it's not, you know, and that's another reason Chickless has been so awesome, because that was a big dive for him, because I mean, that's a risk to be in Hollywood and attach your name to a movie like this. I mean, no matter what your politics are, whether you support the cops or don't support the cops, or liberal or conservative or whatever. So my hat's off to him big time, because he's pretty centrist and I mean, he's a patriot, man. He loves our country. He's super pro-military, super pro-cop, but he's got a liberal side to him too. So I really respect where he's coming from. And yeah, but the Hollywood thing, yeah, it's tough, man. It's a labyrinth. That topic is a labyrinth. And I just answer those questions the best I can. I try not to get, my side of things too far into it. But the thing is like, there's a matter of facts too, like statistics, right? When the thing is, like, there's this concept or this misconception that cops are out to literally out to kill people of color across the country, and there's math that just completely destroys any argument in that. I'm sorry?
No, you're right. As I'm saying, that some of those statistics are actually if you really want to look at what they consider crime.
Oh my God.
The crime is more on the police officer as opposed to the suspect. You know what I mean? The assaults, all these deaths have escalated from simple assaults to felonious assaults, dealing in over 14,000. I mean, just in 2015 alone, 14,000 injuries because there were 51,000 assaults on police officers. Some of them end up in fatalities.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we are very at WTFNationRadio.com. We're very Leo supportive, so we always dissect situations, and we have, especially on the Monday show, we like to go back and forth on the opinion of that, and we really don't care.
That's awesome. Well, I'm not shy about any of it. I mean, if you want to get into specifics, but
oh no, we're not. Like
it's a tough topic, man.
Yeah,
but it's frustrating. I mean, it's definitely frustrating, especially for me because right around the time of Ferguson and all that is when I got hurt. So I've kind of been watching all that from the couch, essentially, and it's been frustrating. I mean, it's tough. I mean, I feel guilty because I feel all my partners are on the street dealing with all this hostility, and I'm just kind of watching it.
And you can't jump in and help out. Oh, I know what it's like. The LA Times, when they talk, because I had some of their articles. And every time I'm a big news junkie, so I hate the LA Times. It's just me. And you, funny,
dude, it's bad.
When you mentioned that,
they're like,
when you mentioned that, it was
they're
ironic.
Beyond liberal.
Yeah. When you mentioned that, I ironically had it up in front of me already. So
funny.
So it was. They had said that you should have addressed policing controversies, and it might have been a more powerful film. And like you said, it wasn't the intent.
Exactly, it wasn't at all.
Yeah.
That's not the story I was telling.
Yeah,
you know. But man, that's the only negative review we've gotten. The only one. It's amazing. It's literally the only one that we've gotten. Some really insightful, powerful stuff. That even from people who were, I could tell that the writer was pretty liberal, and they even said so, and they were really they got it. You know what I mean? It was really cool. So
I'm just glad that you were able to.
The ability hurt, but
yeah. I was about to say you were able to wash that out. You know what I mean? You were able to kind of put that out of your head.
Yeah.
Because
it was tough. That wasn't a fun day. I was pissed, but
I would have.
You know, it's whatever. It is what it is. I should have expected it. I mean. But yeah, it's been overwhelmingly positive. So that's just a drop in the bucket.
I don't like the fact that the comments from them were, what I didn't like about is that you weren't even talking about those items and those issues. You were talking about the after effect, like you said, that empty hole that Kim was facing. You know, everyone's gone, and then she was in the house alone. That's all you were trying to convey, and you had those individuals freaking retell your story when that's not what happened. We don't.
Yeah, and the most frustrating part about it was, I mean, if you want to disagree with me, then that's cool. Like, disagree with what's in the movie, but I mean, it's all factual, so it's kind of tough. But to say what the toughest part about it was that they said this wasn't in there, this wasn't in there, and this wasn't in there, and then they commented on things that were in there. And said, and this is what he was trying to say. Wow, what? Whoa!
Yeah.
What do you mean that? I mean, did you read that part that said like there's at least two parts that talk about how, blah 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 blah, which is what he was trying to say.
Yeah,
whoa!
He was trying to say,
and you know that how?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, and the last
that
comment
was
this might have been a more powerful film had he addressed those. And I'm thinking, what?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and how disrespectful is that to the people that are pouring their heart out in this film, right? That lost loved ones and well, that might have been more powerful if he talked about this or that. I don't know. It took me off.
About some thug who got shot shooting at a cop. You know what I mean? That's.
Yeah.
And we've already taken that stance, and we've said it plenty of times that if we don't matter what your status is as soon as you point your weapon at a Leo, that's it. Your status is out the door. It's game on.
Yeah, exactly. And the vast majority of people that are killed by cops are armed. Like, it's in the high 90%.
Yeah.
So, it's to say that like the cops are hunting unarmed people of color is just ridiculous. And again, there's stats that'll just you'd have no way to support that opinion. But,
and I've said it on there. I've said it on the air before too. Is that all these people that say those negative things like, well, he was unarmed or he was armed. Well, let's go ahead and put them in a shoot don't shoot situation and see how they react.
Yeah, sure.
Stick them in the trainer. And see what happens.
Yeah, no, it's true, man. And I've got quite a bit of insight into that whole notion, because where I worked was heavily Hispanic. I mean, I was one of maybe 2 white cops, and everyone else was Hispanic. We might have 1 or 2 black cops, and then the whole city was 90% Hispanic. And every car I'd pull over, it's, oh, you're pulling me over because I'm Mexican. Man, if I waited for a white guy to pull over, I'd be here all day long. It's just funny to think about what's going through their head, because they sincerely think that. Dude, my wife is Mexican, and I have 2 little half Mexican beautiful children that I made. Don't tell me that I pulled you over because you're Mexican.
Just because you're Mexican.
It's infuriating to me.
I bet.
Oh, it's the worst.
I bet.
So,
yeah. So you're so what is your next project? Are you planning on doing something else like this? Is this going to be a future endeavor?
You know what? We're actually making a series. We're in the process. We're in the pre-production stage of a series that's going to be really interesting, because it's not going to be all on line of duty deaths. It's going to be basically, we want to go around the country, and what's really cool is that we've got a partner that's funding it. There's this amazing company called 911 Media in LA. They're actually one of our executive producers on the film, and they've now we've partnered to make this series. And so we're gonna shoot it on spec, which means we're gonna start production before we have a network, or we have a distributor, or we bring it to a network, so that we'll have a couple of episodes and we'll shop it around to networks and hopefully land it on Netflix or HBO or something like that, is the hope. But we're just going to make the most, we just want to have a discussion. Because if you turn on anything, you turn on, like, I don't know if you've ever watched Vice.
Yep.
Like, Vice is really cool, but it's super slanted. And then, or if you watch, like, you watch CNN, it's super liberal. You watch Fox, anything on there is going to be super conservative.
Yep.
We want to have a documentary series that touches on all these police related issues all over the country. I want to have leaders from Black Lives Matter on the show. I want to have, and then sit down and have a back and forth, right? I mean, and discuss this stuff with both sides, not just one side spewing into the camera whatever they think. Just like bring up these points, these arguments, and then have these points brought up in the show, and then go around the country and illustrate how this is actually the way it is, or this is actually not the way it is, and look, and we'll show you. That's what we want to do with it. So it's still in the pre-production phase, but it's we're getting ready. I mean, in the next couple of months we'll start rolling cameras, so
awesome.
It's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
It's daunting though.
Well, Tom, I know you're short on time. We appreciate you coming on, man. I mean, you're always welcome to come on here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and again, you will not be disappointed, WTF Nation, if you check out thefallenproject.com, and you'll be able to check out all the sites and all that, and order the DVD. And then all the proceeds are going to the film and other further projects that Tom Marchese is working on. To include this other one, I can't wait to see this one. But there's also, you got coins on here too. That's what I'm talking about. You got some. That's a big thing in the military, man. We've gone through a lot of coins. Now that's what I'm talking about. You guys got vinyl decals, and you also have some coins. So if you go to fallenproject.com and then kick in some cash to help this next project out, I'm really excited for this. Tom, we appreciate you coming on, man.
Thank you so much, guys. I really, really appreciate it. I can't thank you enough for having me on. And thanks everybody out there listening too.
Yep. All right, man. You have a good one.
All right, guys.
Yep.
All right, you too. Take care.
Take it easy. Oh my God, Tom Marchese from the Fallen Project. He had to step out early, so man, you need to watch that. You need to watch that. Again, that is one of those powerful moments that you're not going to forget ever if you see that.
I'm just in awe. I mean, that man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he didn't have enough time to talk. He had to be out pretty quick. But I had a slew of other questions. I couldn't imagine how he's gonna. I wonder if they're gonna tackle. They should tackle the BL. I mean, I'm glad he said BLM. I'm glad he definitely talked about that. But this Antifa shit, you know what I mean? How they're gonna engage it.
I was gonna ask him about what his thoughts, being a former homicide detective and everything else. What's his thoughts on Chicago, the epidemic going on in Chicago?
Yeah,
because I consider that an epidemic.
Is it an epidemic, or is it something that's everyone is not giving a fuck? You know what I mean? So
I think at this point, it's almost no one gives a fuck.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
It's the new Wild Wild West.
Well, no, don't put your luck.
No, I don't think it's that.
So, exactly that. That's right, Heath. You can really, everyone, there's no such thing as a routine call. We've said that a lot too on the air with other shows. That if you come on, if you're a police officer and you're pulling duty and you're about ready to hit your watch, there will be a time that you may not come home. There might be that might be the last time you see somebody, and one of the,
It's with every first responder.
that's just one of those things. Like, they're deployed every day. You know how I always talk about first responders are deployed every day. We are only deployed in the military when we go get ready, and then we're deployed for 10 to freaking 18 months, and then we come back, and then we're back with our families. We're not doing whatever we're doing, bullshit fucking training. But first responders are out there every freaking day. It's almost like they deploy every day, and I couldn't even imagine having a family member going out and pulling watch, and then you know what their shift is, and you probably can't. I wouldn't be able to sleep. I'd be okay. All right. She's taking off and she's gonna do whatever, and then I'd be up all night if she had like the night shift or something. I would.
Yeah.
I'd go out of my. I'd go,
It took a little getting used to for the wife.
yeah, I'd go out of my freaking mind, man.
Yeah.
See, and I don't know, like, I've got several friends that are, LEO wives. I don't know how they do it, because I even told them, like, me as an Army wife, my husband's only gone for a certain amount of time. And, statistically, he'll come home, safe or whatever. However, with them, those statistics are totally different. They don't know.
Mm-hmm. No, they don't, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, I wanted, because of his. I mean, we want bring him back on. Bring him back on.
You want him back on?
Yeah, because I want to know when this next project coming up. Because again, there was some of the questions that I wanted to talk about too, as well as because I know he was short for time. But I mean, the Antifa movement, the all the other outliers that are out there, the NFL and you know what I mean. Just I had a lot of questions about it, and I had follow up questions, but I understand that he didn't have the moment to talk. But I don't even know what the hell what would go through. It's almost like, dude, holy shit, I can talk for days about this.
You were straight on rapid fire,
dude. Well, I had a series of questions up, and I was pulling my research and all that, and I'm thinking, dude, this is really messed up. Really messed up that police officers have to deal with this stuff, and they still throughout all the bullshit that they have to put up with, they still put the uniform on and slap that vest on and go out and talk. You know what I mean? Go out and talk to the community and go out and enforce the law and go. I couldn't even. It's messed up. These guys are freaking. I don't know. It was like unappreciated but always needed type stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the one statistic that he brought up, made me kind of stop and think. That more LEOs were killed in the line of duty than there were soldiers, and we were at war.
Yeah.
We were at war.
Yep.
And these guys were here at home.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to protect their neighborhood.
Exactly. Another thing, what makes me mad is that the fact that these. Okay, I didn't want to get them all riled up even more because we were talking about the stats. I wanted to focus on the film. Did you hear what the New Orleans Saints did?
No.
You didn't hear what happened? What they did? They kneeled, okay? But it wasn't an anthem. They kneeled because they asked for a moment of silence for the police officer in New Orleans that was killed.
Huh?
So they kneeled. And now the coach is doing some fucking damage control and trying to say, no, it's a misunderstanding. It's just a misunderstanding. They were gonna kneel anyways. Well, I mean,
they better have been taking a knee to say a damn prayer for that family.
No. So again, now it's getting ridiculous. I mean, you're talking about a situation to where the police, the New Orleans Saints were the damn stadium was going to do a moment of silence for a fallen officer that was killed, and when is it going to stop? When is it going to stop? How about if I go to your funeral, or how about I go to one of your family members' funerals and interrupt that and disrespect it? See how you like that, huh?
That just put them on the same level as Westboro Baptist Church.
Yeah, dude. And now it's getting.
I hate to say it, but that's exactly what level they just stooped to.
Yeah, it just gets now it's getting ridiculous. It's getting to the point where, okay, whatever. I don't even take them seriously anymore. I'm glad I don't fucking watch football anymore. Only because I follow certain law enforcement websites and pages on my Facebook, and that's how I'm able to know about this stuff. That's how I was like, how do you know? I just thought you said you boycotted NFL. How do you know it came out? Well, because, everything that happens on Facebook is true, right?
Sure.
I was going to say, Thin Blue Line probably posted it.
It was Blue Lives Matters. Yeah, Blue Lives Matters.
Okay.
They're a pretty good one, too. But, yeah. They have up-to-date Leo information. And, I go in there and troll some of the people that talk shit to them. So I'm not saying I'm an unofficial WTF Nation Radio ambassador, but I go on there not as a station guy. You know what I mean? I just go on there and say, somebody talks some shit, and I'm like, yeah, he deserved it. And then next thing you know, I got hate mail and blocks and all this other stuff.
Just another day in Iceland.
Just another day. Chasing the noses away. But actually, have they been doing it? You bring up a good point, Max. Have they been doing that in college football? Kneeling and shit for college football? I mean, have they?
I'm like you, boss.
I kind of shut it out.
Looking at sports.
Yeah, I kind of shut it out. I don't want to watch. You got to make sure that it's forced patriotism. Okay, got it. Whatever, dude.
Now, see, I heard some. I kind of glanced through it, but as soon as I see the word kneel, I usually just flip through. But high school cheerleaders someplace were taking a knee during the anthem, and I'm like, seriously?
I saw that.
Seriously?
I saw that, man. I was like, really, dude? You got newts? You got newts to do that, cheerleaders? Well, they got guys on there too, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
People pay attention to them?
Hey, no.
Well, I mean,
my daughter's a cheerleader.
Well, I mean, exactly, Tyler. I live under a rock too. People have to provide me these morsels of information under my rock, so they'll tap the rock and go, "Look, guys, look at this." But yeah, that high school. Who cares? Little shits. You know what? And as if I was a business owner, everybody who's protested like that, I'll take their faces and I'll take their names. And if I have a corporation or if I was a big business owner or something like that, and I was hiring somebody hiring from a large corporation, I would remember all those little fuckers that did that shit, and I wouldn't hire them.
Yeah.
To make sure. So yeah, see, Kyrie said exactly. I don't know if the college has been affected by the kneeling disease. That's a good one. But yeah, I don't know either. But the way I see it, stay out of it. Stop it. Everyone's like, well, whatever. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
No problem. Let me go to a family member that you respect, and let me go to their because it's the same thing. Let me go to Let me go to their funeral, and disrespect their funeral and see what happens. That's freedom of speech, right? Right? Everyone wants to go like that. Oh, it's forced patriotism. Is it? Okay. You can't even stand up. Whatever. MC Coveve. Oh, man. Let me take a break so I can restart some Facebook Live stuff and all that. Yeah, so it's fallenproject.com. Go on there. You can see you'll see the award-winning stuff that they got on there. You'll see it on demand and streaming. It's a really good, again, high-quality, well-shot film.
Yeah,
it's really high quality. It's really Hollywood-like, and he's talking about 9/11 media at Darkroom Films. He's like I said, iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, Vimeo, Fandango, Vudu, Microsoft TV, YouTube. I mean, he's got all that stuff on there. You can get on there and get it. You'll be able to watch it. I'm looking forward for that second project. I'm curious to see what that's going to be.
Yes, that's.
Yeah, I mean,
That's going to be interesting. Basically a table conversation with.
Yeah, exactly. So that was, like I said, that was Tom Marchese, medically retired police officer from the Soledad Police Department, and then of course the narrator of it was Michael Chiklis. If you don't know who Michael Chiklis is, he was the guy on The Shield, Mackie.
Yep.
Or for everyone else who's not seen it, or if you didn't remember that TV show, he was the truck driver at the last season of Sons of Anarchy.
Now everybody just went.
Oh, he's the guy that hit.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was the truck driver that hit fucking Jax Teller at the end of the show. Oh, spoiler alert!
Oh, that's right. I just no, like I watched the series like a second time, like a few weeks ago.
Yeah, so he is the truck driver. He is the truck driver that kills Jax Teller when he rides his motorcycle in front of it. So one of the producers is Juan Sanchez Ortega, as a detective for the Watsonville Police Department in California. Wutipong Takemashnuchi. I mean, I can't really say that name. That's a hard name to say. He's a corporal with the Austin Police Department. And he was talking about he's the air support unit. And he also graduated from the LAPD's West Point Leadership Academy. And then Brenda Strong is another producer with John Faramish Boca, and then the executive producer is Elda Cookie Escalante, full-time firefighter, EMT with California Fire. She's an experienced public safety supervisor with more than 16 years on the job. And then, of course, the music that made the movie so impactful was Martin Olander, and he is the producer, composer, and then the owner of MJO Productions. So yeah, he's come on board as an audio technician and handling all the audio capture on location. So again, pretty good staff, pretty good. I was just impressed. Some of the stuff that I could not watch some of it because it really bummed me out. It got to the point where wow, this is kind of this is deep. This is really.
You'll
deep.
need tissues.
Yeah, you're gonna need some tissues when you want to watch this. But again, thank you guys for hanging out for part 2 of the Monday edition on WTF Nation Radio, and hearing Tom Marchese talk about the film Fallen. We're gonna go ahead and kill the Facebook live feed so we can play some tunes, and then we'll be able to see you. We'll be able to listen to some stuff on Mixer, and with that, shots. Oh, now you guys say shots. I said shots earlier. You're like, what's going on? So, anyways.
Is that actually a picture of the Antichrist crying? I like it. It's tasty.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show.
Well, it definitely is all about the visuals, although pretty sure it's illegal.
Good evening, boys and girls. This is Tim Kennedy. I'm a Special Forces sniper, a Ranger qualified Green Beret, a UFC fighter. Please listen to us and the shenanigans that we're going to say. We will insult you. There will be racial slurs. We will be sexist. We will offend you. But there will be magic, and a unicorn will be raped. So enjoy the show. Thank you for listening on WTF Nation Radio.
And a unicorn will be raped.
I love that, man.
I know. I love Tim Kennedy. Hey, buddy. Thank you. Always a pleasure to hear Tim Kennedy give us a cut to bring us back to the show, to have a disclaimer. Him and Coz's disclaimer are far the best. That's why I only use that. That's why I don't even cut one. No need for me to cut one when we got 2 good ones. Coz and Tim Kennedy.
Could you imagine if Kaz really talked like he did, like at the end of his?
No, obviously that would be ridiculous. But yeah, I can see that. Like someone really doesn't have. There's a lot of people that don't realize that I do sound different here, using specific technologies, so that way I'm not discovered on my phone. Everyone's like, "You sound different when you're on a phone." Don't I, Mom?
You don't say.
I don't know, like when I'm on the phone, like when it's me or my sisters, my family members have a hard time telling who's who.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's freaking, this is the way family is. It's like me and my brother sound the same too on the phone. my mom goes, "Ah, God, you guys are who's talking? Shut up! One of you shut the fuck up!" But yeah, it just again, it's, but Kaz's voice, Kaz sounds like he's about ready to line up for takeoff. Hi, guys, Captain speaking. About ready to number 2 for departure, and we're gonna go and see you guys later. I'm good, that type of stuff. So, oh man. So aside from Bo Bergnuts happening, what else has been happening in the world of today? We got any Florida man stories aside from the guy in Newport Richie shooting the fucking cops with some assault rifles, and they put his ass down as they should have. We have a teacher in high school in New Jersey saying that you need to speak English. There are people right now fighting for your right to speak American, which I thought it was English. There is no such thing as an American. Is there such thing as American?
I didn't know we'd come up with our own language.
Yeah,
American English maybe, but
I don't know. I was saying you need to speak American, so I don't even know what the hell American is.
But then the dialects of English in America are different. I mean, look at the South, the North, the Midwest.
Yeah, exactly.
What you talking about?
Fitna. But the thing is that I don't look. I'll put it like this. AR 600-20, which is Army Command Policy, says specifically that the operational language of the Army is what? English, right? English, motherfucker. That's what it is, okay? We can't expect our teachers to speak English or speak another language if that's all they do is speak English. That's their job, right? It's their job to speak English.
Speak the English.
Yeah, speak English. So, yeah. What do you say to that? You can't say anything else. It's English. I, as a teacher, if I was teaching and all I knew was English, you crumb snatchers better fucking learn. That's kind of like how, because I know in Germany, even the foreigners speak German.
Yes. Even in DOD schools, they teach you German.
Yes. Yeah. Well, because it's America, you better speak. All right, well, got it. Well, that's different. But I'm talking about right now. So I guess the new drama right now, now actress Ellen Barkin now is saying that there's some shit going on. For you guys that don't know who Ellen Barkin was, she was like the Sharon Stone of back in the 70s and shit, back in the day. She was like the Sharon Stone. So she was like of the 70s and 60s what Sharon Stone is in the 80s and 90s with Arnold. Total Recall, when Total Recall first came out and Sharon Stone was like, ooh, who's that? Shut up, fuck you. And so it was like she was like hot. She was the Sharon Stone back in the day. And so she thought, of course, everyone wants to jump on the fucking tweeting bandwagon since MC Kofefe does it.
I don't get the point of it.
Yeah, she's like, it's important to connect the blackballing of women reporting sexual abuse to Colin Kaepernick's taking a knee. Standing up for any abuse of white male power will cost you your life or your life's work. Period.
You don't know what to say.
But just like I, as a man, am told not to speak for women, you, woman, do not fucking speak for me.
Exactly.
As Club
or
Dude.
Any other woman.
Yeah, or any other woman. Exactly. You don't speak for fucking Club Dude at all. Period. You don't fucking come in.
I am a strong, independent man.
It's got my rights. I need freedom, and I need to be. This is bullshit. She's talking about her comment about the white male hierarchy of Hollywood. I'll fucking put them there.
Yeah.
All these motherfuckers, every fucking award show, all these motherfuckers that are handing each other awards, that's like a bunch of Ranger School students handing each other tabs, even though they sucked. It's like Lieutenant Spencer Rapapone, Rape One, fucking giving out tabs for failing fucking Ranger School or whatever. You know what I mean? And fucking shitbird. Then of course, Michael Moore is gonna jump in and say, "Oh, we seize this moment and bring it down." White male hierarchy, dude. You're a fat fucking white dude. Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? I don't get all this hate on. Everyone's jumping on. Are they pandering to somebody? Is it seem like there's somebody jumping on on white dudes and shit just so that way other races look at them and say, see, I was on your side when the shit burns down finally? Is that what it is?
I have no idea.
Is that what's happening? Didn't I say this before? Everyone's talking about the Second Civil War and shit. When everyone's talking about
She-Woman Man-Haters Club.
Yeah, exactly. What fucking Winston Churchill said, who an appeaser is? An appeaser is someone who consistently feeds the crocodile, hoping the crocodile will eat him last. So that's what's happening right now. They're fucking appeasing, so that way, in case shit goes down, they can say, "Oh, well, see, I was on your side." No, dude. That's not the way they work.
When they're finished with white males, who are they going to go after next?
White chicks. Well, I mean, white chicks. They're gonna go after white chicks. Well, actually,
straight white chicks that have high-paying jobs.
No, they kind of went after white chicks when the movie White Chicks came out. So is it okay? So it's okay to do whiteface? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Am I like going on the edge of shit? Mixer's about. Hang on, I'm gonna check my mixer shit. Let me look at my mixer feed to make sure I'm up. Because the last time this happened, my fucking mixer shit went out midstream, and yeah, there we go. There we go. I just want to make sure I was still broadcasting on Mixer, because the last time I talked about some shit, I got Mixer jailed. Again, yeah. No, so I want to make sure I'm still streaming on Mixer, because if my screen's not showing on Mixer, then I know I got Mixer jailed like I did last time. But dude, everyone's talking about, hey, so people need to stop talking about women, because women should be speaking for women, which I totally agree. I am not a woman. I am not equipped. I do not have the vaginal fortitude that you women do. Okay, so I'm a dude. I got newts. I have I have cack and balls. I have fruit bowl. I have plumbing.
We got the picture.
Yeah. Well, my point being is that, but I don't speak for you guys. I mean, I make one joke. I made a joke on Facebook one time, and somebody blocked me because now, I'm getting introduced to troll. Everyone's showing me how to troll now. Hey man, just go on this, and if you see something and one of your friends is doing it, then freaking, and you should do this and all that. Because like I said, I don't troll that much. And then the stoners actually have been showing me some troll techniques and all that, and they'll like include me in a troll move or whatever. And they were talking about whatever, and then about how deep does a vagina go? Do we want to go ahead and start talking about making women jokes and shit? It's so deep that you lose your house, your car, your fucking property, your bank account. That's how deep that fucking vag is. And I got fucking blocked.
That's hilarious, though.
I got blocked. No, people were like, fucking really? I had PMs and fucking anger mail talking about how I shouldn't have said that. And that's because you got 15 fucking ex-wives and shit. And I'm thinking, what does that have to do with it? Why does it have to be? Why does it have to be like that? Why is it that when I make a joke like that, and then honestly, I was just looking at I was just regurgitating what a meme said, and it was a picture. The meme was women talking about penis size, and then like, well, we never talk about vag sizes. Then how deep is a vag? And then next, like fucking, there's a guy in a deep crater, and it's deep. It's so deep, and that's when he talks about you lose your fucking house, your fucking retirement. Your fucking, your fucking, your money, your everything. You start your property, you lose it.
If anything, you're the person that can say that.
Actually, no, but see, no, I can't say that because I'm a dude.
It's not wrong.
But it's not wrong. Yeah, you're right. Actually, I diversify my bonds with Wu-Tang Investments. That's why my retirement's still intact, and everyone loves the buy off. So if for real, it's like, hey, we're gonna get divorced, fine, okay, well, I want this, okay, cool. I've been saving for this. There you go, excellent. You may remove yourself from this, then, woman. Smithers, yes. I don't get it. Where do you come off, Ellen Barkin, to talk shit about dudes, white dudes, and all that, and me being a half card carrying member of the White Dude Club, because the other half is not. Why is it? What is the attack on dudes? Everybody fucking knew about it. So why is everyone breaking dudes' balls about this shit? Don't leave the dude alone. Leave dudes alone. Just like you said, not all women are like that. Because I get that. Everyone's like, oh, well, ICE, don't lump women all in one spot. They're not all bitches, and they're not all this, and they're not all that. Well, okay, well, fine. Well, then don't lump dudes in the same spot. Just because a sleazy-ass fucking Hollywood producer decided to use his fucking casting couch for fucking power that made these chicks famous anyways. Because like I said, in these fucking circles that I've hanged around with before in Hollywood, they all fucking talk about, well, I'm just going to give my kids. I show my tits, and that's how he lets me fucking got the role. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. I so fucking wish I did not sign non-disclosure statements. I fucking swear, man. I fucking swear. Because there's some times where I'm like, did he really say that? And the next thing you know, they're like, yeah, he assaulted me. Didn't seem like you were getting assaulted when you were fucking shining your fucking shit in the fucking boat. and getting all fucking whatever, and y'all getting fucking, you know, drunken rage and shit. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I mean, as a card-carrying member of guys, you know, we're, you know, a part of the dude club. I'm not trying to make this a guy against girl, but everyone's going after white dudes. Why? Fucking what? Why? Everyone is. If there's, I think I'm saying, if there's any group that's truly oppressive as far as gender-wise, it's women. I'll say it. Fucking women. Dudes clock chicks. No, but dudes clock chicks in a fucking elevator, and it was, oh, he had some problems. He needs to see anger management. Dude, he fucking dislocated her face. He caused horrible damage to her fucking nose, and the next thing you know, what happens? What happened? Oh, well, you know, he's got some problems he's got to deal with and all that. Oh, we'll just go to rehab.
She got a free nose job?
Yeah.
Or I love him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was my fault. I shouldn't have said that.
You didn't understand it. No, women. No, I'm gonna tell you what. As being, I consider myself a senior ranking member of the Dude Club, card carrying man club holder. No woman ever deserves to get hit ever. Now, of course, there's always been an exception. You come at me with a knife, you're a zombie, or you're fucking shooting at me. Then that's when your women card has been revoked. Okay, that's when you get. You come after, you're trying to stab me, trying to kill me. And you're trying to, you know, bust a captain me or something like that. No matter what. No
life, limb, or eyesight.
Yeah. No woman deserves to fucking to get hit. I mean, I'm a fairly decent sized man. I hit a woman, and they're just. I'm sorry. Let's get into the physiological and all physical. I am going to talk about that shit. Women are gonna fucking. You're gonna do some damage. You're as a dude. You're gonna fuck up a chick if you hit her in the fucking face, especially if you're a 300-pound fucking football player. Bitch is talking. She disrespected me. Wow, dude. Really? So I'm not saying that was a black dude. Okay. Aaron Hernandez. Well, he was fucking beating up on his old lady too before he fucking, you know, did the dangling mangling, in fucking prison. Same fucking thing. He was Hispanic. So what the fuck? Dudes beat up. Like I said, oppressed when it comes to that stuff. Women are getting abused. Women get abused. I'm gonna say it. Women do get abused. I hate watching or seeing the news. When we share some stuff in the office, and you guys are showing me articles of kids and women, what happens to them, or women who are fucking bad mothers, drives me up the fucking wall. And it's like, hey, bitch, don't fucking talk to me about how men are. You women need to fucking do the women card club as well and check yourselves. Y'all talking about fucking women empowerment and all this shit, but you let little fucking teenage actresses get raped by this motherfucker. You know they got fucking raped. Everyone's just saying sexual harassment. No, motherfucker. He probably fucking raped them. More than like he did. To get fucking roles and shit. And then you're going to tell me, oh, well, it was just sexual assault, and now he's going to go to rehab. Oh, really? Okay. Mud Puppy or Ice or Mike Golf or Doc Madness or Grey Cloud pull some shit like that, we're going to fucking jail, dude. We don't go we don't go to rehab. Doc Madness. Hey, why the fuck you bringing me into this? But, well, I mean, going up to a girl and he says, "Does your dick touch your ass?" would probably have fucking negated it. But, you know what I mean?
I love when you do that.
Does your dick touch your ass? But again, no, women need to fucking, again, it's, and you hit a chick, I will fight you. I will.
Oh, yeah.
I'll kick your fucking ass if I see you manhandling a woman. And you're
getting it back tenfold.
And you're getting, not only are you getting it back tenfold, but me and the boys will make sure that you are handled. Because there's no way. I've known women who I could, you know, I pick up and I'm like, hey, what's up, baby? And we're all hanging out, we're doing whatever, and then, you know, I can pick them up and move them around and, you know, have fun with them, wrestling around with them, you know, doing the, you know, woo woo, and I could just imagine when they told me that they've been assaulted, like physically assaulted and sexually assaulted by someone who is a huge fucking dude. I'm like, really, dude? You're a fucking coward. You're a fucking big pussy if you hit a chick. Again, the 3 clauses of revoking your women rights. Well, I shouldn't say women rights. Your women card, or if you're a zombie coming at me with a gun, or you're fucking trying to stab me. That's because, you know, if you want me to talk to you and don't want to resort to violence, then we need to be the same way. Don't go crazy and shit. Or do what all women do. Divorce. You know what I mean? Fucking, man, I'm leaving. And, all right. Yeah.
That was probably the hardest part of me being an MP, is showing up to physical domestics.
I couldn't even imagine, bro.
And having to keep your cool, because you have to. And you're seeing this lady with a swollen eye and bruised ribs, and it's just like, Can everybody leave the room, please?
Yeah, really. I mean, I'm serious. I mean, Mom, don't you think that's kind of? I mean, as a part of the vaginal society, don't you think that is that's a legit comment to make? That if we're talking about guys, how they need to be checked and they need to check themselves, and guys need to check themselves, shouldn't it be the same for women?
Oh, I totally agree. Because I mean, there was a post I saw someone posted earlier where some woman went off on a guy because he came out, mentioning that he was sexually assaulted, and she's like, "You don't get to talk. This is for women and men. You created this atmosphere, but it happens to men too."
Domestic violence and or sexual assault, right? So it doesn't matter. I mean, if what's good for the goose and what's good for the gander, you should say it should be for both. So no women should ever say, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Why is everyone attacking the white dudes? I just want to know, because I'm not seeing it. I've lived in areas where there's hardly any white dudes, and I'm thinking, where is this happening? Where's all this shit's happening?
Well, last I've checked, sexual assaults have, like you said, and I just said, it happens to anyone, it can happen by anyone.
I will put you on blast. Put you on blast if I find out you're involved in some shit like that, and I'll make sure that you're fucked up for hitting a woman. Shouldn't matter. Again, I could be 100% irate, furious, angry with you. I ain't gonna hit you. There's no need for me to hit you. You know what I mean? The reason why I talk about this, there was a case that was posted. This is when it comes to kids. We had posted on the main page the dude that was freaking. Yeah, you're right, dude. Exactly. It's very difficult how to back down. I'll tell you how I back down, man. I just back down. I step back. I was like, okay, see ya. I have been in situations where I have been pushed up against the wall because my temper is well known. In the I'm like, I've ever seen South Park where Russell Crowe likes to fight everybody, fighting around the world, and he gets pissed off because somebody looking at him or something like that. Yeah, dude. I don't give a shit about fighting. I mean, back in my younger days, I can't do it now. I'm all old and decrepit. Probably break a bone or some shit like that, hitting somebody.
Break your other hip.
Break my other hip, exactly. And then fucking, take my whatever, medicine for old people. Take my
Geritol.
Yeah, thank you. So, are you applying to be my fucking my driver or something like that when I retire? But I had a relationship where I called a chick out. We're on a date, and I'm like, oh, you gonna fucking talk to me, or are you gonna fucking talk to your phone? And she's like, what did you fucking say? And then she fucking like shoved me up against the wall, and I immediately went to the hands up, don't beat the fuck out of this crazy chick position, and and I didn't want to fucking I didn't want to do anything. Luckily for me, I had witnesses, and that way she couldn't say that that I was the aggressor. And all I did was just ask a fucking question. Bitches be cray cray. Yeah. Her shoving. Exactly, dude. Exactly,
Hands up, please don't hit me in the nuts.
Yeah, hands up, please don't fucking make it look like I beat the fuck out of you, even though you deserve to get your ass fucking beat by another fucking chick. Because I got chicks on retainer that will beat chicks for me if you want to fucking
good. I'm not the only one.
It's like, exactly, Dave. You got some chicks that shove, and that's dude. I'm telling you, man, it's hard. I know for a fact that I could, you get shoved, and you got all that rage behind you. And you just got to walk away from that 98-pound chick who thinks that she can just own you and shit because you were raised right and don't want to drill your fucking fist halfway through her skull because she's talking shit. And then she wasn't raised right. See, that's what it is. And chivalry's dead. Well, like I said, like what was it Chris Rock said? Because women killed it. Not women.
Of course.
Yeah, because it was another thing. You want a fucking man, but you take. It's almost like militant Islam. They take advantage of our rights and our fucking constitution and shit because they know they can get away with stuff. Well, bitches like that, I'm not saying all women are like that, but those type of women are like that. They know that a guy who is raised right won't hit them, and so they'll push it and push it and push it. That's when I go on speed dial and say, this bitch did this, and I recorded, and this is what you need to do.
So let's reverse this. What happens if it was a guy saying the same exact thing about women?
What do you mean? Saying the exact same what?
as in, they deserved it. They're the ones that brought it on. They're the ones that created it this way.
At this point, he said, she said, you could go back. That's almost like how the fucking Hatfield McCoy's fucking situation. Shut the fuck up, dude. That happened hundreds of years ago. It's not gonna solve anything by talking about it.
Yep.
It just shut up and move the fuck out. That's it. Just shut the fuck up and move out. If you are in a relationship that's abusive, and I know it's hard, guys. I've been in an abusive relationship. I'll admit it. I've been in an abusive relationship where you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. If you leave, then you're leaving those that care, and then it'll make it seem like you told them to get out. Or if you stand your ground and you fucking tell them to get the fuck out, then it makes it seem like you're the dick. Just the way the guy, just whatever. Blame it on rap. I don't really blame it on rap, dude. But there were shows that freaking it's all Eminem's fault. Okay, now you guys are getting ridiculous. If you're using music as a catalyst for blaming that shit, then I don't want to whatever. But again, I don't see why is the attack? Why is all of a sudden now everyone going off on this one fucking dude who I'm not saying did not do it. I'm pretty sure he did do it, and he needs to fucking. I'm glad he got canned. I'm glad everyone's shunning him, and that's it. But damn, chicks, y'all come out of the fucking woodwork 20 fucking years later, 10 years later, and stuff like that, saying that he, okay.
Why? Didn't we just go through something like this with Bill Cosby? Well, minus the drugs.
I like to talk to you about, woo, woo, woo. That's so. Again, you're just one of those things where, fuck, man, you're exactly that. You feel like you're trapped. You have to plan your way out. You have to talk to somebody. Have a safe house. If you're in an abusive relationship, that's why you should not be a hermit. You should know people. And yeah, it's going to fuck up. Is it dangerous to have a safe house and then fucking move the fuck out and then try to do that and try to start whatever and then have that dude come out? Yeah. And it sucks because some of the laws that are around don't protect women enough when the guy shows up and, like he's in a tattletale state or something like that, and then he gets fucking busted and then he gets thrown in jail. He bails the fuck out and he's coming after the chick.
Yep. I've seen that a handful of times, too.
Yeah, I've seen that happen myself, too. Yeah, coming freaking having formation and this dude pulls up in a fucking car. And, have you seen fucking you, my husband? I'm like, okay, what's you doing? And I'm like thinking, and that's when one of my platoon sergeants was like, oh shit, top that. He just got out of jail. He bailed out. He beat the fuck out of her. He was
choke slam.
Yeah, exactly. I had I had two platoons converging around his fucking his POV to fucking pull his ass out and fucking hold him because he was supposed to be whatever. And everyone was like, oh, you whatever. I said, then relieve me. I'll take the relief for that.
Oh yeah. Everybody knows there's females in the MP Corps. And we've had incidents like that where one of our female MPs was assaulted by her husband. And same thing. He shows up to PT formation and he was in violation of his PPO. And it just so happened that a couple of the guys might have had handcuffs readily available, and when the on-duty MP showed up, he was hogtied.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Because you in that case, you kind of protect your own.
And it's, again, isn't that what the whole cause of being treated right? What's wrong with being treated? I mean, like I'm telling you, I really don't fucking get it. Where a man is a man and he could say, hey, no, that's whatever. And then, I'm not saying that women should act a certain way. Then Ellen Barkin, don't fucking be coming on the show or whatever and saying, well, white man should be acting like this. Hey. Okay.
And I know there's people that's going to roll their eyes at me, but what does the Bible say? Do unto others what you want done unto you.
Oh man, why'd you bring a religion in this? Talking about the golden rule, right?
Yeah, but still, that's even without religion or anything else, that's still something that you need to go off of.
Oh, of course. You need to go
treat people like you want to be treated.
Exactly. It's a mutual respect. Don't come in there saying, you'd better respect me. Just come off. It's supposed to be mutual right off the bat. And the same thing you go when you're in you're in a relationship. I mean, obviously that's how you got hooked up, right? That's how you fucking, that's how you two got together. There was something redeeming qualities of each other to make you be attracted to each other, right? To make you whatever. So fucking be respectful. I'm not trying to be all fucking whatever with, oh, well, oh, it should be, you're not. And I've had people say, oh, you're, you know, there's a cook and all this. Man, shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up. Talking shit about a woman or beating a woman, you think you're a fucking man when you do it? You're a fucking pussy if you do it. Hitting a woman.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if you pissed off Ronda Rousey and she's coming at you with some fucking haymakers, then
your ass better run.
Hey,
and hope she did not. Yeah. You better hope she had leg day.
Yeah. Hey, Ronda. Oh, hey. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean?
What's the safe word?
He's like, oh, yeah. Ice your jaws on the floor. Oh, where's my teeth? You know what I mean? I'd be freaking.
They're in the cup next to your bed.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, again, I'm not gonna. You know, everyone's talked about some shit, and I don't get it. I don't get how you know, men. Now I'm again speaking for the man card because I'm a card carrying member of man, and I'm a dad. I don't see where men are running away from the responsibilities and not fucking facing their responsibilities. You're a damn man. You say you're a man and you talk shit and you say, I'm a man, I got pride and I got this and I got that. Well, then motherfucker, pay your child support. Visit your kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go the ones that are fucking sitting there and that are calling you dad and you want them to call dad. Don't get the ass when your kid's calling someone else daddy if you're not there to be the dad. That's why anybody can be a fucking the bio father. Anybody can be the father, but not anybody can be a dad. It's totally fucking different.
Yes.
Father is a legal term for the person that consummated that you know, that the other parent that biologically was created. That is considered the father and the mother, right? So, yeah. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to fucking hear it. Yo, well, you know, because I got some problems. No, motherfucker, you're just being a douche. Don't be a fucking whatever. The reason why I talk about this is because it's going to be some hard shit. Y'all heard about this Sergeant First Class, or this Master Sergeant at Fort Hood that led the police on a fucking high-speed chase and he killed himself, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fucking drama on the fucking Facebooks. People were fucking going off. There's people actually inboxing and engaging the main page about why did we do this? Why did we ruin this guy's attitude? Why did we, or his reputation?
You guys didn't do nothing.
We didn't do anything.
He did it to himself.
We posted the fucking story. Now, unfortunately, what sucks about this whole fucking thing is that this guy here's the thing. He was being he was involved in a sex assault case with a child. So he led the police on a fucking chase, and he pointed a weapon at the cops. Now, of course, everyone's like, "You didn't point the weapon at the cops." Look, police officers don't shoot you for no reason. Okay, they don't. If you point a weapon at a cop,
we've already established that earlier.
Yeah, we did. So, so this dude, freaking, you know, pointed a weapon at the cop. He got shot by the cops. And then what ended up happening? The police returned fire. When they returned fire, he was injured. Then he decided to kill himself. All we got was, "Oh, you guys are disrespectful." That's an event. This happened. This needs to be brought to light. We don't cover shit up, right? Isn't that what you say? We don't. Well, why wasn't this brought up? We bring this shit to light. Well, he's innocent until proven guilty. Well, we never know because he killed himself. You're talking about pride and all this shit. Had he had the pride, he would have fucking stood fucking trial and been able to lay his case out, and he probably would have been found innocent. There is nothing. And you guys know my stance on this shit. So now he killed himself, and now has left a family. He's left his wife and his kids with unanswered questions. He had previously fucking had barricaded himself because he wanted a case to go away. That's not how it fucking works, dude. Everyone said he had behavioral health issues and tried to lump the 22 a day fucking shit on this stuff. No, I don't think so. You point a weapon at a cop, all that goes out the window.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what your status is, or if you thought you needed help, or someone, because somebody. Then you know what? Some of the guys that are on fucking Facebook, the little Facebook Rangers and shit, trying to get the Facebook Action Badge. Facebook Action Badge. Why don't you? Why don't you fucking?
I heard a new teaser.
Why don't you fucking help them out? Why don't you fucking step in instead of sitting there? Oh, 22 a day. No, fuck that. You point a cop. You point a weapon at a cop. Your status goes out the window. Out. It's gone. You fly the fuck out. And then I lost even more respect for you because you didn't come to me to help. You have to be. That's part of the pride, right? It's part of being a man. Hey, Mud Puppy, I need some help. Hey, Mom, I need some help.
Yeah.
You see, here's my hand. I need some help with this. What do you need help with, man? Fucking be a man and do it. Handle it.
Well, we knew he had mental health problems. Then why didn't you help?
Then why didn't you fucking help? Again, innocent until proven guilty, but we'll never know now because he was never tried because he killed himself. We got a lot of shit for that on the main page. Holy crap. Everyone's all respected. You know, hey, respect for them guy, respect for this, and this is what happened. You don't know the full fucking facts. Well, goddamn, dude. Really?
For him to kill himself, to me, that's a huge red flag saying he was guilty. But like you said, we would never know.
We never know. I mean, I mean, there was the main page admins were going at it back and forth with everybody. We got so much fucking hate mail for posting it, and I'm thinking, wow, you would have fucking thought that this was a good story to talk about somebody, you know, whatever in a situation and like this and whatever. Everyone's talking about, oh, you don't know the full facts. Well, I do know this. He pointed a weapon at a cop, got shot, and then killed himself. Those are the facts.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yeah, was he a great man and all that? I don't know his fucking reputation and all of that. All I know is his actions is what he's done. Men, as an official member of the Man Club, us as men, we need to dignify ourselves, and even when it's in good or bad. If there's an event that happens in your fucking life that you have to own up to it and you got to face it, be a man and fucking face it. To include in your fucking military world too. Be a sergeant and face it.
Yep. Because, I mean, even in our chat, all of us, I believe, have said, look, I'm just having a bad day. And we will bust on each other until we finally crack and start laughing. Hey, thanks. I needed that. That type of deal.
Well, of course.
If you ain't got a group of friends like what we are, you know, you need to find that group.
Well, I mean, that one time, and I remember this. I was really sick. I mean, I remember you guys. Remember when I had that really bad flu and I was just sick and nobody heard from me for like a day and a half, 2 days.
Yeah.
And everyone thought that I fucking
died.
Yeah, everyone thought that. Well, that's because I'm old. You know, they were like, did somebody forgot to plug ice in or something? But everyone reached out to me, and immediately I saw the messages, and what did I responded. Yeah, I'm good. I'm just sick. I don't feel good. Fuck. I got the cold, and I got the HIV. I'm fucked up. Let me fucking. I just need some rest.
I got the man flu.
Yeah, I got the man. Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, because you know. Speaking of which, you freaking the chicks that work for WTFNationRadio.com always make fun of us guys because we have the dreaded man flu. And you guys are ragging, and that's matter of fact, that video came out, and you guys were making fun of me because I was out for 2 days, and they were like, "Well, are you okay?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's man flu." I'm like, "Oh, okay, So again, own up to your shit, dude. I don't know what the case is. He was involved in a sexual assault case involving a child. Usually, shit like that works itself out because usually it's a predatory ex-wife or the kid is is being forced. There are authorities and there are organizations out there that can find that shit out in a heartbeat. Anybody who's been coached with child psychologists and therapists, they'll find that out. And that's probably what all that needed to happen.
Yeah. Let it run its course.
Yeah.
It takes about a year.
Yeah. And if you're worried about your fucking rep, because remember, there could have. What if it was true? Then that means there was a victim on the other side. You can't be fucking talking about being a platoon sergeant or a first sergeant, whatever, and then say, holy shit, this is fucking happening. It is. Mental health is rough. It's something to admit to. And that's a problem we're going to talk about, too, on Sergeant's Time. We're going to talk about the Army and is talking about finally doing something with soldiers that need fucking help, finally implementing programs to assist soldiers in service as opposed to, because I've seen it. It just seems like they just throw soldiers away. Again, not to say anything bad about the soldiers that need behavioral help, but some of them should have never been entered into the military to begin with. And that's
true story.
I'm serious, man. I'm dead serious. They're just, if you look at the qualifications for what when I came in, and then you see somebody who used to not have to take, if you had to take any psychotropic drugs or whatever, I had to watch myself because I didn't know as a first sergeant that you say the wrong things to somebody who's under a specific type of drug could fucking make them go nuts. No pun intended, but. I'm serious. There's some people that, and I didn't know as a first sergeant until I had one of my platoon sergeants who had a kid that was taking the same type of medication, and you know, they're all kids. I mean, they're like fucking 18, 19 years old, and I'm 50 and shit. And they were telling me, hey, this is what happens. This is the effect. I'm like, oh fuck, I didn't know that, dude. Shit, you should somebody fucking tell me. Roger that. Then after that, had no problems with the soldier. Didn't know that. Didn't know there was a specific way. But again, I, as a first sergeant, was put in that position when I shouldn't have, because all the waivers and all this other shit.
Yeah. It's the waiverable army.
But yeah, it's going to be worse now because I'm going to talk about that on Sergeant's Time, how the Army is really going to go apeshit because they fucked up their numbers for letting people out. They made their reenlistment goals, but the numbers are still looking bad because now they're talking about growing the Army more. Yeah. So this guy was indicted on a charge that he sexually assaulted a 12-year-old girl several years ago in another state. And that's what the charge was, and then he had previously barricaded himself until a case was complete. So, I mean, he already had some stuff stacked on him. Again, face it. If the police are chasing at you, there's fucking a reason, especially in Texas. If you have the Texas Rangers coming at you, and you have then there's something going on. Again, could have fucking faced it, could have explained it, and that'd have been it, innocent until proven guilty. Yeah, don't shoot the fucking messengers for fucking posting the fucking story out. That's just the way it is. I mean, what? Oh, you guys don't give a fuck about vets. You guys don't. If you want to hear the real dark world of the fucking main page, then there you go. You got it. And those were the details that were provided to us as well from other sources. And you're right, Mimi. It's hard. It's that stigma. I think that pride thing again. Be a man. You need some fucking help. Say you need some help. Fuck, Mom, I've had some conversations with you, man. Did I go off too much, or am I too angry, or something like that? And you're like,
yeah.
And you're like, Dick, you need to go to Warhorse or some shit, you know? And then, you know what I mean? But I mean, you have to do yourself. You got to do a self check on yourself. Fuck, man, am I fucking losing or something like that? There's nothing wrong with asking yourself those questions and shit. It's better to ask yourself that question than go down the road of fucking suicide, because then you're gonna lose. You're gonna get lost that route. You know what I mean? Because then everything's gonna be gloom and doom, and that's gonna be the fucking permanent solution to a temporary problem.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just then after that, people are gonna be like, why didn't we do anything? Why didn't you do this? Well, you're right. Nobody didn't want to say anything because they wanted to be a hermit about it, or you got somebody who just talks too much and gave the signs, but nobody was listening because their fucking faces are on their phone. I will say this: that all this boycott shit that I've been doing, it's kind of cool. I've been kind of catching up on, hanging out with the kids. Been going on Netflix. Watching all these shows that you guys have recommended I need to watch. I've been catching up on Archer. What else? What are the other shows you guys are talking about? You guys are like, oh, you need to watch this show. Oh, you need to watch that show.
The Ranch.
Yeah, I need to watch The Ranch. I got that queued up.
You still haven't watched it?
No way, dude.
Oh my God.
No way, man. I haven't watched it. So yeah, it's one of those things where I'm freaking. Yeah, did you hear about Bo Bergdahl? Yes. He says he finds it insulting that he's being called a traitor. I feel insulted because I'm being called a traitor. Oh, God. 30 years ago, he would have been shot. That's right. What's what D-Treasy said. D-Treasy said that shit. Stranger Things. Yeah, see, that's what it was. Heath was telling me about Stranger Things as well. So I got them all queued up on my Netflix. So what's the Netflix protocol watching? Do you watch one episode at each whatever, or do you binge watch one and then go to the next? How do you watch it?
I binge watch.
So you sit there and watch one episode and you watch it till complete and then you delete it and you go to the next one? Or do you save that on your list until more episodes come out? I have to know because, I mean, I've been busy and I'm going to have some time on my hand pretty soon.
I get a couple. Yeah, I mean, I'll get a couple episodes in. But I have to stop myself sometimes. Or I'll be up all night long just watching.
See, for me, like when I binge watch, I'll have it on, but I'll be cleaning or doing whatever.
Yeah, I do that with Archer. When I watch Archer, because sometimes the jokes get too so then I'll get distracted because then, of course, I got to take care of baby Ice and I got to, throw food at him and clean up after him and all this other shit because he's tearing up the freaking house and, changing diapers and all that and taking care of the, my Princess Ice and all that. So it's one of those things to where I gotta, I'm always on the move. So, and then I'll play Xbox with some of the fans as well. But yeah, so it's kind of cool. Kind of cool to not give a fuck about the NFL. Not give a fuck about Major League Baseball. Because if I did care, What Happened to Monday is pretty good also. Oh, really? See, I heard about that too. What Happened to Monday? See all these shows? Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. That's pretty cool. I gotta do some fucking house cleaning. What time is it? Oh, we got 2 more minutes.
Yeah.
What was that other show that Sherlock? I saw Sherlock again because Minx told me that there was another episode out, so I had to catch up on Sherlock. I love that show. Let's see.
Have you watched any of the new Fuller House?
No. Why would I want to watch that? I didn't watch that show when I didn't watch that shit when I was a kid. You know what I mean?
I couldn't stand Full House. Yeah.
Sorry, I had a big crush on DJ.
Oh my god.
That and Punky Brewster.
Oh my god.
Oh, wait, I'm showing my age. Never mind.
Oh man. I'm not gonna clean your house, Casey. I got my own house to clean. Shit.
Housekeeping? Come and fluff your pillow?
Yeah. No. That's the other side of me. No.
Oh, have you seen Orange is the New Black?
No, I got that queued. I got that queued ready to go too. So I got a bunch of stuff in my queue, but I gotta binge it.
I tried and I just could not watch it.
Yeah,
I don't know what it was about that show.
So you gotta have an open mind because you're not gonna watch it and then towards the end because it's just like that's how it was. I guess somebody was telling me about Game of Thrones. I don't know if I want to watch that, but Oh,
come on! It's just you and me left.
It's me and you and Kaz that hasn't seen Game of Thrones.
No,
get you guys sucked in.
Yeah.
No.
That seems to be.
No, they got Kaz.
That seems what's been going on that show. They got Tyrone Lannister in there sucking everything.
Oh, wait, no. Kaz is still good. It was Grey Cloud that they sucked in.
Yes, they did. They did suck in.
See what happens when we put him on a show with Minx?
Yeah, exactly. You need to watch this.
I'm fighting it. You need
to watch this show too, Ice. I'm like, okay, fuck, shit. What am I watching again? So no, I'm not gonna fuck it. Yeah, Xbox One. Hey, yeah, Mixer's on Xbox. So if you want to listen to the show on your Xbox through your surround sound while you're doing whatever, you're having a fucking party or some shit like that, all the music and stuff we're playing, all the shit talking, all this other crap. All the fuck ups that we've had when we had on air and we've had us on air and where you can hear us talking shit about people. We've done that before. But yeah, I'm not.
Because when we're not on the air, we're still on the air.
Yeah, when we're not on the air, we're still on the air. Yeah, so I'm glad you brought up Xbox because you can watch the YouTube stuff. You can watch Mixer. Mixer, man, I'm telling you now, it's automatic when I watch the Xbox now. Yeah, exactly. Somebody said that I watched the old shit like Simon and Simon, Emergency, MASH, fucking A-Team. Fuck yeah, dude. See, that's old school shit. That's what I'm talking about. Then you realize how cheesy it was. You're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
My favorite show back in the day was Airwolf because it was filmed right where I grew up out in the desert, and it was freaking. Oh my god, oh man, and then. I saw it on TV, and this is how I got fucking destroyed by Hollywood. I saw on TV, how the helicopter made this really wicked fucking sound, right? And you're thinking, fuck yeah, dude, hell, I'm gonna watch it. And then I saw it in real life, and it sounded like a news helicopter. And there was explosions going on next to it. I'm like, where are the fucking missiles? You know what I mean? Because it shows them shooting rockets, and then going back in the day, they look like lasers. So they use like Star Wars fucking technology of the 70s to film Airwolf. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah. It was like Knight Rider.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man. Hit the turbo boost. But yeah, Simon and Simon, Emergencies, that's old shows, man. Always watch Star Trek. I could never get enough of fucking Star Trek. The old original series of Star Trek.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Yeah, exactly. John Wayne, exactly. Old classic, old Hollywood stuff. Barney Miller, damn right. You see, hell yeah, I'm writing this down. Hang on, I'm writing this down here. Barney Miller, I totally forgot about.
I'm a doctor, not a barber.
Yeah, fucking Night Court, exactly. Fuck yeah. Keep them coming. Keep them coming, man.
Rhinestone.
Fucking keep them coming, man. That's right. I remember that fucking show. Had that fucking heavy bass, sound like Red Leg was playing it. Fucking love that shit, man. Fucking loved it. Oh, see, I gotta hurry up. I'm writing this down right here. Night Court, Barney Miller. Yeah, exactly.
Andy Griffith. I still love when Andy Griffith comes on.
Yeah. Some of it is okay, but some of it gets too fucking Oh, goddamn, Bonanza's right. Fuck yeah, dude. I'm writing this down too. Bonanza. Hang on, writing my Bonanza. Gomer Pyle, exactly. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Exactly. Fuck yeah, dude.
You remember old Unsolved Mysteries?
Yes, with Robert Stack. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, what was that show? What's up with that show with the stealth helicopter? Exactly. Fucking Airwolf, man. There was 2 helicopter shows. There was one called Blue Thunder, and there was one called Airwolf. And Blue Thunder was, LAPD, of course, because, LAPD. Who would have thought that old 70s TV should be forecasting the future? But it was an LAPD helicopter with fucking a Gatling gun on it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Didn't they have a bad helicopter crash too while filming Airwolf? Wasn't it that one?
Yeah, no, it was that. Yeah, they did. They crashed flying because they were, like I said, they're flying through canyons and shit. They're not very maneuverable helicopters, anyways. But like I said, the TV made it look like that motherfucker was hauling ass. Made it look like it was doing some crazy ass maneuvers. And you're like, wow. And then you see it flying with a fucking chase helicopter. I'm like, that's it. How come it doesn't sound like a TIE fighter? How come it doesn't fucking like, It sounds like a fucking Huey mixed with a goddamn, you know what I mean? It's just like fucking whatever. And Jan Michael Vincent was a badass getting all them chicks, you know what I mean? Fuck, dude.
Why did that car blow up and the helicopter didn't even shoot?
Yeah, exactly. What's that laser? How the hell did that happen? Fucking helicopters got lasers. We got lasers and shit? Fuck. You know what I mean? Just little stuff like that. Just fucking the Gong Show. Oh my God, dude. Happy Days. Yep. You don't know anything, Tyler. Exactly. Fucking, those are some classic shows.
Leave It to Beaver.
Yeah. Leave It to Beaver was, again, because see now, there we go again. We're talking about women. We're talking about what men's role are and shit like that. I'm telling you what show that I'm watching now. Right now, I'm watching Archer for, ambiance and shit for noise. Because I'm dealing with the kid, cooking them chow and all that stuff, cooking the kids some food or getting them ready for school or whatever. But Mad Men. That show makes me want to smoke and drink all the fucking time. It's like The Sopranos. You know how The Sopranos always makes you want to eat? Fucking, you know what I mean? You want to fucking eat fucking Italian food and drink fucking all the time. And it's the same thing. It's Mad Men makes you want to fucking smoke a cigar. Yeah. And then Boston Legal. Fuck, dude. God, those fucking, dude. I can go all night on this shit.
Oh, a real good one that you need to watch is called The Finder.
Okay, The Finder. Okay.
It's about a vet that, a military vet, but with his TBI and PTSD, he finds things. People come to him to find things, and he always finds things. Whatever you come to him, he always finds it. And he's afraid not to, all of his friends are afraid that, if he gets a case that he doesn't find something, he will go crazy. Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
Okay. Well, I mean, again, the rules are to binge watch one episode, and the episode's uninterrupted without fucking commercials or whatever. It's a pretty quick episode, so you can watch 2 or 3 episodes and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, fucking this opened up a new world. I went to go hang out at a sports bar, and there was sports playing. I wasn't even paying attention. I wasn't paying attention to TVs. Didn't give a fuck who was playing. Didn't even know who's playing. I just didn't care. I didn't care. And that's when I got confronted. What do you think about people kneeling? Oh my God, really, dude? I'm here with my kids and freaking.
Hey, did you know they had scantily clad women at Hooters?
Yeah. Maybe Ice is a bait magnet. Anyways, he's my designated driver. We alternate weekends on when we drink beer and shit, because he likes to tear up the fucking place when we go drinking. So he likes to drink. No, I'm just kidding. My kids don't fucking drink beer. You're just talking about being a man and being a dad, and so
he prefers hard liquor.
Yeah, exactly. So
he likes mixed drinks.
Yeah, no, actually he does. No, just kidding. So tomorrow we have Jonathan Jackson from MWTTSA. God, can you say that fast? MWDTSA. MWDTSA for Military Working Dog, a team support association. Will be on to explain exactly what a dog handler does. Yeah, what does a dog handler do? I, being an assistant dog handler back in the day, it's hard fucking work, and that's why I gave it up. It fucking sucks. It's hard fucking work. Military Working Dog Team Support Association is a non-profit organization that supports military working dog teams by a variety of means. Some of these are care packages, handler recognition, hero dog awards, and veteran dog handler cause support and support for memorials. The causes are great, and their organization may be small, but it is mighty with paws. 18 on Wednesday. We got freaking. You should come to Washington for coffee from Barista. No, I know what you're talking about. Baristas. They have one in Tampa, Florida. I know what you're talking about. Brian Groves, Wendell Lay, and Logan Van from Code Name Bootstrap. And Code Name Bootstrap is a nonprofit organization that has a goal of helping other vets through actions of compassion, listening ear, or just being there for a brother and sister in arms. See, that's what I'm talking about. Freaking A.
Yeah.
For Sergeant's time.
And with Bootstrap, I think they have something to do with tankers.
Really? No. Is that Bootstrap? I mean,
they're the only boots with straps.
Yeah, so Sergeant's time, Jonathan Kauphanger from CBS Radio Connecting Vets. He's a California native. Jonathan reports full-time on the Department of Veteran Affairs for ConnectingVets.com. He joined the Navy back in 1987. His assignments as a broadcaster with American Forces Network took him to Puerto Rico and Italy while based in Naples. He anchored a weekly TV news magazine for the U.S. Naval Force members across Europe. After leaving the military service, Jonathan joined the Walt Disney Company, working on a conservation educator of the town that opened the company's Animal Kingdom Park in Orlando, Florida. Man, I would love to work for Disney, dude. That's like
KJ, KJ's jumping up and down because everybody knows that boy is a Disney nut.
Really? Oh, okay. Is he? I don't know that. I mean,
yeah.
As a dad, as a dad, you're required to know all Disney songs, even to movies that you can't fucking stand. You have to remember. You have to watch the movies with the kids because if your kids are freaking singing a fucking song and you don't know the fucking verse that stops the whole fucking family, it causes families drama. So you got to know Let It Go. You got to know Lion King shit. You got to know Little Mermaid stuff. Anything that has to do with singing, you must know this as dad, because if you don't and everyone's singing in the car and then it's your turn to sing and you don't know the words, it's that ass, man. Fucking.
We're gonna bribe Princess Ice to get video of you singing Let It Go.
No, I'm not gonna. No.
Yeah.
She makes fun of me because I'm imitating like Goofy and Olaf and all that stuff. I can imitate them as well. So, Greg Stevens from Research Investigation of the Paranormal. Oh, dude, it's gonna be on Saturday Night Savagery. Fuck, Saturday Night Savagery. If you're like, woo, it's right before fucking Halloween. Woo, fucking ghosts and shit. Oh man, this is stuff we talk about all the fucking time in the office. We always talk about paranormal stuff. So now we're gonna have Greg Stevens from the Research and Investigator of the Paranormal. Dude, that is fucking badass. That is gonna. Oh.
Yes.
Greg Stevens is a retired first sergeant. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Who started investigating paranormal events in the state of Texas, and he'll be on to talk about his organization, his team, what they do, and what they've experienced. And they've also used specific methods to gain a better understanding of unexplained events. Yeah. RIP. R.I.P. Get it? Playing on words. Research and investigation of the paranormal. Get it? Like rest in peace, like death. Get it? Anyways. Provides their investigation at no cost to the client. They promote a public awareness and preservation of historical sites and working with the public to educate how paranormal investigations are conducted. Dude, that is so badass. That is badass. Oh, man. God, man. Could you? Oh.
Hey, maybe we can hook Mom up to go on a paranormal investigation with him.
Dude, that would be so...
I actually know him.
Oh, well, see, that's what I'm talking about. Freaking go. You need to go on an investigation. Fuck yeah, dude. Take Facebook Live and then look at the camera and stuff like that. That would be fucking wicked as shit.
The only issue is it's like he's 8 hours away from me.
Oh. That sucks.
Well, I mean, yeah. Shit, dude. Well, fucking...
Maybe if he's ever in El Paso.
Yeah, exactly.
Find something haunted, Mom. Come on.
Anyways, so guys, thanks for hanging out. And then, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and kill the Facebook Live feed right now. And then, shots. So y'all have a good. Y'all take it easy. Night on Facebook Live.
And there went Skype.
No, I'm back. You guys can hear me. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I don't know what the hell's going on. Skype's like acting like fuck. Anyways, I already killed us on Facebook Live. We're still on Mixer though. We're still broadcasting on the air. So guys, thanks for y'all coming on tonight. Thanks, Tom for coming on. Tom Marchese from the director of the film Fallen. Thanks for you guys get me all upset and riled up about being a man, because that's what as men you must be man. You have to be man to be man in today's world.
As a platinum man card holder.
Yeah, I have freaking uranium, son. triple platinum uranium. But anyways, guys, thanks for hanging out with us on WTFNationRadio.com. Don't forget, we also, with our partners, KHB and the Veterans Report, we also have Warhorse Veterans. What was the other group again? The Paw Patrol guys? The Paw Patrol guys?
Project Overwatch.
Project Overwatch. I keep saying, right? It's always at the tip of my tongue. So Project Overwatch, our partners, and also other partners, on-air partners. We have KHB, Jim Cannon at the Veterans Report, which we're so stoked that we're doing terrestrial radio now sometimes with them. You gotta remember now, you don't be expecting no bombs to drop, no F-bombs on the FCC and shit, because they'll come after my retirement. I don't want that shit to happen. I need my loot. So,
we've started a station fund just for FCC violations.
Fucking swear jar and shit. So with that, y'all have a good one, and thanks for coming on. Shouts.
Shots.
Good evening, boys and girls. This is Tim Kennedy. I'm a Special Forces sniper, a Ranger qualified Green Beret, a UFC fighter. Please listen to us and the shenanigans that we're going to say. We will insult you. There will be racial slurs. We'll be sexist. We'll offend you. But there will be magic, and a unicorn will be raped. So enjoy the show. Thank you for listening on WTF Nation Radio.
This bag of this weed, it gives me the shit needed to be the most meanest MC on this earth. And since birth, I've been cursed with this curse to just curse and just flirt this berserk and bizarre shit that works and it sells and it helps and it sells to relieve all this tension, dispensing these sentences, getting this stress that's been eating me recently off of this chest, and I rest again peacefully. But at least have the decency in you to leave me alone when you freaks see me out in the streets when I'm eating or feeding my daughter to not come and speak to me. I don't know you and me like my father. I hate to be bothered with all of this nonsense. It's constant. It's just lyrical content. A song guilty conscience has gotten such rotten responses. And all of this controversy circles me, and it seems like the media immediately points a finger at me. So I point one back at him, but not the index or pinky or the ring or the thumb. It's the one you put up when you don't give a fuck, when you won't just put up with the bullshit they pour, cause they full of shit too. When a dude's getting bullied and shoots up at school and they blame it on Maryland and the heroin, where were the parents at? And look where it's at, middle America. Now it's a tragedy, now it's so sad to see an upper class city having this happening. Then attack Eminem cause I rap this way, but I'm glad cause they feed me the fuel that I need for the fire to burn. And it's burning. I'm sick and tired of being admired, that I wish that I would just die or get fired and drop from my label. Let's stop with the fables. I'm not gonna be able to top on my name is and pigeonholed into some poppy sensation that caught me rotation at rock and roll stations, and I just do not got the patience to deal with these cocky Caucasians who think I'm some wigger who just tries to be black cause I talk with an accent and grab on my balls, so they always keep asking the same fucking questions. What school did I go to? What hood I grew up in? The why, the who, what, when, the where, and the how. Till I'm grabbing my hair and I'm tearing it out. Cause they're driving me crazy. I can't take it, I'm racing, I'm pacing, I stand and I sit. And I'm thankful for every fan that I get. But I can't take a shit in the bathroom without some.
The bitches, they love visuals.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.